Oh, Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The SNES has weathered every rack. The game we sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people all exulting, while follow eyes the steady keel, the console grim and daring. But oh, heart, heart, heart! Oh, the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck Captain Novolin lies, fallen cold and dead.
I was wondering where you were going with this one.
Hello, Sharky.
Hey, Cass.
Welcome, one and all. Welcome to the Bad Game Hall of Fame. Welcome to the Raya Systems Showcase. This is one that's been a while coming, because this is one based mostly around a game that we covered back in the old days, back on the website, which has a publisher history attached to it that I find to be one of the most fascinating, one of the most compelling in the history of bad games, that being Raya Systems. Not a developer, publisher, let's, get that clear, as we sometimes have to when it comes to these things, but a publisher whose output of 4 games for the Super Nintendo between 1992 and 1995 has gone down in infamy, whether rightfully or not. I guess we'll get to the bottom of that tonight after we play all 4 games. What's your familiarity, Sharky, with Raya Systems and perhaps their most notable game?
My familiarity comes from probably the Let's Play forum back in the Something Awful days, where Let's Play kind of started.
Mm-hmm.
And I very distinctly remember the diabetes playthrough of Captain Novolin.
It was certainly a moment in Let's Play history, an SALP history.
And then, I've heard of these other games through, the assorted channels. Like, I don't even know if any Video Game Nerd ever covered any of these. But everyone else who ever wrote articles for internet and tried to put on a angry persona would have written about all of these games at some point in time. But I never had a strong opinion on them, because they're educational games. They're games for kids to learn about the diseases that they are living with.
Yeah, that's the rub.
If maybe to give away the game a little too early, but I think these games maybe have their purpose.
Yeah, that's more or less the conclusion I reach in that original Captain Novolin article as well, that for as much as we may riff on these games, for as goofy as the end results may be in a lot of these cases, and boy howdy are they goofy, they were at least well-intentioned. Mm-hmm. So it's not like shitting on them for making the effort, it's just maybe shitting on them for the execution a little bit, which can be a bit spotty, to be sure. And yeah, I think my first exposure to this, if it wasn't iMockery that covered, I feel like they did back in the day, did something to cover Captain Novolin, but if it wasn't that, it was Slow Beef and Diabetes, to be sure. Bobinator just asked, out of curiosity, have you ever played the asthma game that inexplicably had like a dozen celebrities in it? No, I can't say I have. It sounds familiar, but I couldn't tell you the title of that one offhand. But I'm sure we'll get to that, and we'll talk more about the game itself, the games themselves in this case, the 4 games, as we get into the show. But before we get into that, we're going to get into a little bit of the history of Raya Systems. And before we get to that, we got to get to Sharky's Stream Snack.
All right. Tonight is all about living healthy, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know who else I would trust to tell me how to live healthy than Guy Fieri, Flavortown, breast meat chicken parmesan poppables, breaded chicken filled with tomato sauce and mozzarella cheese bite-shaped patty.
Tomatoes a vegetable, or fruit, I guess.
Yeah. And cheese is a vegetable. Tomatoes a fruit. Oh. Bottom tier.
Now, do you mean bottom tier in a good way?
No.
All right.
The chicken is surprisingly completely flavorless. Even if it's covered in a breading. It's...
You're saying Guy Fieri let us down?
He did not... He took me to, Guy Fieri's version of Flavortown is this end of like Blazing Saddles where they have the whole town, but it's all just like cardboard cutouts and they all just fall down. There's just nothing there. That's Guy Fieri's Flavor Town.
Aye.
What
do you have to wash it down with?
Yeah. Is Celsius Sparkling Fuji Apple Pear. So let's give that an open.
Backlash
try to
Jack
get that
and
on
chats
microphone.
while you're drinking. New Department of Health and Human Services Cabinet Secretary Guy Fieri.
It's him or RFK Jr., and I'll take Guy Fieri. This is alright. This is... It's very mild in flavor. Unlike Guy Fieri, who was flavorless.
Yes.
This is very mild in flavor. Not bad. I think that'll do it.
All right, very good. I got my Monster Zero Sugar. I have some whiskey. I'm ready to fucking party tonight. Let's put that graphic away. And let's transition to the 4x3 stage. And we can also duck ourselves out of the frame a little bit here. So I can make more room for the slideshow. Pictured here is a piece of shit. Fucking moron. R.I.P. doofus. Joe Lieberman. Thanks for getting the Affordable Care Act, you fucking stooge. Anyway, the sections of history we're about to read largely come from my own article that I wrote on Captain Novolin, as mentioned earlier. I will also link that in the chat and in the description of the video on YouTube. So please forgive me as I blatantly steal for myself here. Him. In 1994, representatives from Nintendo and Sega of America stood before a Senate subcommittee and pled a case for keeping the government away from taking a direct role in regulating the sales of video games. It's a hearing that we covered at length before on our website during the course of our Night Trap article, if you want to go back and read that one too. And it's fairly well established that these hearings directly resulted in the creations of the ESA and the ESRB. It's also worth readdressing the less discussed rumor that Nintendo deliberately instigated and provoked these hearings in an attempt to paint a crosshair on their competitors in Sega. As was alleged by Night Trap director Tom Zito, Nintendo of America hired a lobbying firm, and the lobbying firm basically started going around banging on doors to see if they could find a congressman who would be interested in taking this up as a cause. And of course, doofus Joseph Lieberman answers the call. People forget about that aspect of those hearings, that Nintendo just kind of made the whole fucking thing happen. They deliberately called for it. They could have tanked the entire fucking North American video game industry because they were a bunch of selfish fucking egomaniacs who thought they would just get away scot-free. And they did, so I guess that really worked out for them. Of course, I mention all this history here, this seemingly unrelated story, for a reason. See, if the allegation by Mr. Zito is to be believed, and Nintendo knew they were setting themselves up for a day in court, they knew they were going to have to prove themselves far removed from the quote-unquote filth they sought to paint their competitors as peddling. In addition to pleading that even the most violent games on their hardware, the likes of Mortal Kombat or what have you, were far more toned down in comparison to the comparable releases on Sega's console, they had another ace up their sleeve, a library of edutainment titles they could point to. When prompted by Senator Lieberman and asked, what percentage of your games are educational from an academic perspective, Nintendo of America's chairman and representative Howard Lincoln had a prepared statement at the ready. Nintendo's library of educational games is growing rapidly and includes more than 20 diverse and entertaining titles. We have titles designed to teach children about health, Captain Novolin, Bronkie the Bronchiasaurus, Rex Ronan Experimental Surgeon, and the AIDS Avenger teach children about diabetes, asthma, and the dangers of smoking and AIDS, respectively. Howard Lincoln, Nintendo of America. So yes, a famous day in court, a famous day in video game history, and one that Raya Systems, the developer we'll be talking about today, factors directly into. Because as you may have noticed, all four of those titles that Howard Lincoln named came courtesy of the same publisher, Raya Systems, a company established with the goal of, quote, creating fun video games that educate young people about vital health and social issues. These games also all happen to fall under Raya Systems' Health Hero series, a label which would eventually become the new name for the company itself in around 1997, then transforming into the Health Hero Network. But we're getting a little far ahead of ourselves here, as Captain Novolin was the first game in their lineup to see release, and it had already done so back in 1992. Prior to Captain Novolin, Raya Systems had a couple years' history. They'd already been in the business of digital therapeutics since circa December 1988. The company was founded by one Steve Brown, a Stanford grad with a background in physics. His company seemed to trade in some other number of product pitches and software concepts before eventually landing on the idea of self-publishing video games for the home console markets. The company would later be able to boast of being, quote, the first company to show in randomized controlled clinical trials that our approach could change health behavior and outcomes, as per a line from his LinkedIn profile. And while I can't verify the claim that they are actually the first of their kind to participate in this kind of study, I don't think they are. I think there was some other companies that were attempting to get into edutainment well before Raya Systems did, and probably had some studies backing those plays. So while I can't verify that, I can at least confirm that their contributions to these sorts of clinical trials are well documented, with results showing that kids who played the games were more likely to effectively manage their conditions of asthma and diabetes, as they were specifically testing for at that point in time. So that's where Raya Systems' real interest is. When we talk about them as edutainment, this was very targeted edutainment, where each game in their library was targeted to educate largely children, obviously, about particular conditions they may have been afflicted by. So diabetes, asthma. There was an AIDS Avenger mentioned earlier. That game never actually came out, I should mention. I think the only footage of it that exists to prove it was real is on a promotional VHS tape that I think you can find on YouTube still. In fact, did I go ahead and bookmark that? I went ahead and bookmarked that. Okay, perfect.
I believe that was also posted in the Discord.
All right, perfect.
Just now by.
That sounds about right. I also hit him with a link to the Discord server then in that case, so you can chime in on these things and see if you know something that we don't. But I got you this time, whoever posted that in the server. Let's move on to the next slide, why don't we? Steve himself was not a game developer. And so he would rely on contracted developers in order to bring his game concepts to life. In the case of Captain Novolin, as well as with Rex Ronan, Experimental Surgeon, this would lead to a collaboration with Sculptured Software, a developer largely known for their work in conversions and ports of other studios' work, though they also had a number of original titles under their belt as well. Perhaps most infamously, they would be responsible for the botched conversion of Mortal Kombat to the Super Nintendo, which again ties back into those Senate committee hearings. And so at the same time they were peddling filth that the Nintendo was rallying against, they were also developing these edutainment titles on their behalf.
Didn't we literally just play a Sculptured Software game a few days ago in one of our streams?
Maybe. I think they did some LJN games, so we
You know what,
cover
we did
them the LJN connection.
We did so many LJN. That's what I'm thinking. They did so many of the games that we did in the LJN connection.
If you want something like an actual impressive credit from Sculptured Software's library, they did also manage the quote-unquote impossible feat of getting Doom to run on the Super Nintendo. They made that cartridge, and that is a technically proficient cartridge, if not a particularly good version of Doom, which it isn't, but beside the point. For all their contributions for the Super Nintendo, I get the impression that Sculptured were actually originally slated to develop these games on Raya Systems' behalf for home computers, probably Amiga computers specifically. One of the most telling clues is a programming credit given to one Cosmo Condor, a semi-pseudonym I would attribute to veteran programmer Craig Condor, whose portfolio up to that point consisted largely of conversion work to the Amiga platforms. There's also the matter of some of that early footage for that unreleased AIDS Avenger game, that VHS tape I mentioned, where you can see whoever is playing for the tape operating the game via mouse cursor. And there's also a prototype for Bronkie the Bronchiasaurus, which prompts players to press escape to resume, and generally looks like it was being run on some sort of PC hardware. If I had to guess, the home computers, the Amiga was dropped as the platform of choice in an attempt to make their software more broadly accessible, and to better facilitate programs where doctors and hospitals could loan the games to young patients. To put it simply, families in the United States were more likely to own a Super Nintendo than something like an Amiga computer, with something like 23.35 million Super Nintendo consoles ultimately being sold in North America, versus, comparatively lower 700,000 Amigas in the same region. And on top of all that, I have a theory that Nintendo probably pushed really hard for Raya to bring their lineup to the SNES, even if only so they could bolster their number of edutainment titles on the console in preparation for something like those Senate committee hearings. In any event, the SNES would eventually serve as the exclusive platform for Captain Novolin, as well as the remainder of Raya Systems releases. here pictured here is a slipcase for Captain Novolin. This is how the game would be distributed at hospitals. So patients who, well, we'll get into in the history here. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and read, actually. What remained to be done was to find financial backers and distributors for each of these titles in development. As part of their business plan, Raya weren't content to simply put their games on store shelves. They wanted to work with hospitals and health initiative programs in order to make sure that all the relevant demographics of afflicted children could have a chance to experience these games for themselves. In the case of Captain Novolin, a deal was struck with Novo Nordisk, a pharmaceutical group specializing in diabetes care. Though, through Novo Nordisk, loaner programs were established for the game through hospitals in the United States, who could send diabetic children home with copies of the game to be returned to the hospital at a later date. These copies came complete with NovoCare branded sleeves for the box copies of the game, as well as an additional pamphlet providing a pair of codes to adjust the in-game insulin regimen that players must adhere to, which we will get to when we get to the game. The game's impending release seemingly wasn't advertised as much through the traditional channels of comic books and games magazines, as most games were content to advertise through at the time. Rather, it was primarily medical journals and health magazines that would promote Captain Novolin. There's at least some evidence of poster-sized ad flyers making the rounds. Even these point to the fact that the ads were being made to run in major diabetes magazines as well as others, to quote the poster, and claiming, quote, the potential to reach at least 14 million people estimated to have diabetes in the United States. While I seriously doubt the potential reach of the game to its target market, while obviously not 14 million people would actually have access to this, that's just, a very rounded up number, let's say, of people who could actually, get access to the game potentially. The ads running in diabetes magazines can be confirmed. I did find those when I was researching for the article, and I think I include them in the sources of that article. There's a December 1992 issue of Diabetes Health magazine that promoted the game as starring the first superhero to have diabetes, as well as further claiming that test markets have shown Captain Novolin to be a hit with children who have diabetes, and their friends and family enjoy it also.
Citation needed for both of those things.
You don't say.
For the first superhero with diabetes one, and for the hit among children one.
And their friends and family enjoy it also, I guess.
Yes. And their clergy and their.
So what remained to be seen was if general consumers would take quite as interest in the release of Captain Novolin. Spoiler, they don't. Then where I pick up here with this history, this is after the game's release. We're going to give a little bit of the reception to Captain Novolin and finish out the history of Raya Systems. Do it earlier rather than later. It's foolish to try and quantify Captain Novolin's success by the traditional measures of critical reception and sales figures, since it's doubtful Raya Systems were particularly concerned by either statistic. As a matter of fact, one of the few games dedicated outlets to even cover the game, GamePro magazine, lets spill a couple of very interesting tidbits in a September 1992 preview for the game, which also demonstrates some prototype graphics on display in the screenshots. If I was smart, I would have put that as the image slide for this. Not only did the game seem to miss an initially slated October launch window, but the first 10,000 cartridges off the assembly line were given away free of charge to hospitals as part of the larger effort to give as many children as possible a chance to play the game, which I think is admirable, obviously. Yeah. Of course, this doesn't mean the game was published just so that Raya could watch their money burn away. There was clearly a business model in place here, ultimately designed with making some amount of profit in mind. In the short term, the likes of Captain Novolin and other titles such as Rex Ronan and Bronkie the Bronchiasaurus seem to fund themselves through their associations with pharmaceutical companies, allowing Raya to build up a portfolio of titles that they could submit as the subjects of the studies and clinical trials, which they would be paid in some amount for. Through endeavors like this in the hospital loaner program, they were likely looking to build long-lasting relationships with medical institutions, so they could secure distribution for some future projects already in early planning stages. To that point, I have a screenshot here of a Wired article published June 1st, 1993, titled Nintendo Healthcare. I'm not going to read the whole thing here, but I do want to open with a laughably appalling line from this periodical here. Video game superheroes usually shoot bad guys, but Captain Novolin, the first diabetic Super Nintendo character, appeared early this year to teach kids to shoot themselves with insulin. So more importantly than how fucking terrible a hook that is, there's a very interesting line from Steve Brown towards the end of that, where he mentions that this current edition of the game doesn't deal with patients' actual data. It's very generic. We're developing a product that uploads real data from a blood glucose meter into the game, which will be available in 1995. Needless to say, a revised edition of Captain Novolin with support for this planned peripheral never materialized. People weren't fucking jabbing themselves and putting blood into their Super Nintendo cartridges at any point. Would have been fucking great if it did, but it's just not the way things panned out. What Raya did ultimately release in 1995 was the title Packy and Marlon, which served as a sort of second attempt at an edutainment title centered around diabetes specifically. But again, this game failed to tie any sort of glucose detecting accessory into the cartridge and serves as another standalone release. As a matter of fact, Raya Systems never released a device that could match the sort of description in any capacity, but the Health Hero Network eventually did, the successor company to Raya Studios, as mentioned earlier, or Raya Systems even. Say hello to the Health Buddy, a device described by its creators as, quote, serving the interface between patients at home and care providers, facilitating patient education and monitoring of chronic conditions. To this end, it served as a internet-connected device which could provide health and treatment recommendations based on input from doctors and other medical experts. For accessories, the device came paired with a blood pressure monitor, peak flow meter, weight scale, and, wait for it, blood glucose monitor. So the Health Buddy was evidently Raya Systems' true endgame, and the culmination of their efforts in the edutainment game software space. And through this product, or though this product would ultimately lack the advertised ability to connect to their Super Nintendo cartridges, the final product would morph into something that stood entirely on its own. As it turned out, the Health Buddy would prove to be a long-running and respected product line, receiving continuous updates and iterations over the course of the following years. In 2007, the brand would be acquired by the Bosch healthcare company, who would continue to support and evolve the product, even attempting to reimagine it as a smartphone app at a certain point. Development of the platform would continue until around June of 2015, with the Bosch company ultimately shuttering its operations and ending support for the Health Buddy with it. Of course, by this point, the likes of Steve Brown and company had already long since moved on from all these endeavors, seeking and starting new opportunities in business ventures, so don't feel too bad for them not making it big as games publishers. They did just fine for themselves and made waves in the medical space that ended up benefiting people. So, we're talking about people here who were trying to do good and just so happened to intersect with the games industry for a brief, beautiful window in time. And that's the history I wanted to offer on this subject, which means we can get to the games shortly. But do you have any conclusions to draw from that? How do you feel now knowing the story of Raya Systems and the Health Hero Network and so forth?
And that's kind of what I expected out of the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
There's you were saying earlier about in terms of profit profit through game sales probably wasn't a big deal for Raya in this case, and I would say that considering that Nova Novelisk was paying for Captain Novolin, that it's their profit probably came from getting approached by very large pharmaceutical companies to say, "We're going to make this. We'll give you money." Yeah, okay.
Yep, pretty much.
There's our money. But I think the intent in what they did with the games is still good.
Yeah, that's the thing that I think you mentioned YouTubers who cover these games, and the thing that frustrated me and made me choose Captain Novolin as a subject of an article was just kind of like looking at how dismissive people were of games like Captain Novolin and the rest of the catalog that we're going to play here tonight, and just never acknowledging any of that surrounding history. I had the full notion in my head that putting out this article would somehow change the conversation, affect the discourse in some way. I don't much think it did, but I fucking tried. And so here we are trying again.
I also kind of want to, I'm not super the person to talk about this, but I kind of want to approach something that someone said in chat. When you were talking about the Health Buddy, Almanova says the fact that it connected online, they said that that's scary in a way. No, that's not really the case. That's really important for being able to get info to your doctor as needed. Like I have had medical devices myself that connect online, and that is so that the doctors could, monitor what's happening and make adjustments as needed remotely. if like something wasn't going right with me and something needed fixing, and it's like honestly better for the patient and way more, convenient than having to set up meetings, especially if you're in a situation where you can't go or you can't like do a study every single time you need something changed. Like I
Yeah.
understand like the apprehension with the Internet of Things age and with things being monitored, but there are like very legit applications for that within medicine.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't worry, Almanova, who said my
It's-
bad. It's all good,
yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Sorry
no,
to harp on it.
no, it's quite all right. I think it's important to make those distinctions because again, these are the things that people who just come to shit on games without doing any sort of like context or wraparound or any history on the subject would just never fucking acknowledge. So it's good to have an excuse to bring that stuff up. But speaking of bringing things up, it is time to bring up the cover art to Captain Novolin, an action-adventure game about diabetes. Our first game tonight. The release date on this one is November 2nd, 1992. Again, developed by Sculptured Software, and like all the games tonight, published by Raya Systems. I think I will take the wheel on this one. I think I'll play through it. I am the Captain Novolin expert among us, having been the writer, the world's expert on Captain Novolin, if I do fucking say so myself, with my article being my credential on that. So let's go ahead and duck that out of frame and get this game underway.
Now, there's something about him being called Captain Novolin, though. Because Novolin is the brand name of the insulin. Like, if there was a superhero out there who was like, listen, I'm somehow the first superhero of depression, and I'm gonna tell you kids at home, these are important things to know about, dealing with your depression.
My name is Captain Prozac.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's important to know about dealing with your depression, and medicine can be very good for you. I mean, that's all fine. That's fine. I'm not sure if I would trust that word coming from Captain Prozac.
Now, not the most unbiased of.
Yeah. Not to say like, oh, don't trust big insulin that you need insulin. No, you fucking need insulin if you need insulin. But maybe don't name yourself Captain Name Brand.
This is the demo playing right now, but
Okay.
I do want to mention the music, which has been playing in the background. This was I made a medley of the music in this game, of some of the greatest hits of it, for a YouTube video back in the day, back when we were doing the Bad Game Music Hall of Fame. So if you want just a sampling
by ourselves
of some of the banger tunes from this game, you can consult that video there. I'll have it embedded.
All right,
say
based on
something
this
nice.
title screen, say something nice.
Based on this so far, based on what we've seen, Captain Novolin, he looks a very muscular dude. If I was, a child who was looking for a hero to save us, I wouldn't stand there and wait. I'd look at this guy and be like, I'll give this guy a shot. I'll see what he's about. I don't know why he's wearing a blindfold. It is a blindfold. There's no eye holes cut in it, so maybe he's blind too. Maybe he's like a Daredevil type. He's gonna really wow us.
Maybe those are like wraparound shades, like really tight wraparound shades.
Oh, I just realized I actually don't have control over this. Hold on. Whoopsies. Okay. What's the dealio? I love it when we have the technical issues right at the top. Wait. Huh. My controller is not registering at the moment.
Is it turned on?
It is. It's just... There we go. I had to unplug it and replug it. I think I need to change out my USB-C cable. I fixed this controller the other day.
Right. Demo.
Just those opening notes. They set you up. They get you hooked. They get you excited for the adventure ahead. All right, first thing we see here, language select. Code the doctor said is best for you. If you don't know your code, use 000. Most people who play this game use 000. We will probably use 000 as well. But I do have
the cheat code.
This little pamphlet here. This would have been an insert. They would have put it in the hospital slipcover case around the game. We would have also had this card here. In order to optimize the benefits of the game for teaching purposes, it has been designed with codes indicating different insulin regimens. 000 is 2 injections without adjustment. 356 is 2 injections with adjustments allowed. 762 is 4 injections with adjustments allowed. You would type those codes in here, and it would affect the gameplay, would affect some of the mini games, and the way that you have to ration the food you eat and the things you do. Backlash Jack asks, what does 420 do? Nothing, unfortunately. These are the only 3 codes that work, are these 3 codes listed here. Anything else you put in just defaults it to the 000. You know, we could do 356, and I'll just have to remember how that actually affects the diet. We'll just have to keep a close eye on our glucose levels and so forth. Captain Novolin is a game that teaches you about diabetes, but remember, this game doesn't tell you how to manage your diabetes. Your doctor will tell you about your individual care. Warning, any change of insulin should be made cautiously and only under medical supervision. So, viewers at home, don't take this stream as medical advice either while you're at it. I'll be the news anchor if you be Captain Novolin for all the cutscenes. Thank you. This just in, aliens have landed on a mount way up there. They are disguised as sugary junk foods and have been ordered by Blubberman, the leader, to take over the Earth. They have captured Mayor Gooden of Pineville, who has enough diabetes supplies to last 48 hours. Someone must save him and the world from these evil invaders.
This sounds like a job for yours truly, Captain Novolin.
That's not all we'll hear from him. He'll have some more insights and input later on. Ugh. This is a real doctor. Both
good, a medical supervisor, so she tells us to change our insulin.
So we can believe what she has to say, yeah. I don't remember her name offhand. It's in the article somewhere. I figured out who these doctors are. You need to check your blood sugar 4 times a day, but you can check it more often if you like, just for funsies. Alright, so this strip here would indicate, this is like the strip that you would put the bit of blood onto, and the color would indicate where your glucose level is at. Right now we're at okay, so we're gonna inject about that much. No. Or not. Okay, 1 down, I guess. Don't forget to take the insulin dose I prescribed. Well, I tried. The color's a little...
Alright, select your dosage.
The usual. Hey, Doc, give me the usual. If you fuck that up, it will make it, like, impossible to beat the levels. It'll completely put your blood sugar levels out of whack. That's not a joke. That's real.
Yeah.
Now,
give me some insulin, bartender.
we do have that, do we have the mug sliding across it? No, that's only in the Discord. I was trying to remember if we had the little animated gif of the town with no name, glass, whatever. In your breakfast meal plan, you could have peanut butter toast, half a banana, a bowl of cereal, a glass of milk. For morning snack, you could have apples or crackers. Alright, so we'll keep an eye out for those foods. Here it is.
Alright. We're playing this game in real time.
We have...
Stream's going real fast. 7:06. Wait.
Man,
8,
time
9,
flies.
10.
We have one button, which jumps. Insulin is made by the pancreas, a part of the body. I think we can have a glass of milk. So we have...
It's not like the mitochondria, it didn't, like, evolve separately and decide to take over our bodies.
It's good to know. It's good to clarify those details.
I wouldn't have had that banana. The walking one? I would have let that one alone.
You would think so, given all, like, these evil aliens here, but, should I also have cereal? Is this gonna push me over the edge? Well, let's take care of this cereal first.
That cereal's bad, the sweet cereal.
So to actually attack...
Have some nice Magic Spoon cereal instead.
Yeah, we're not sponsored yet. No free promo. A piece of toast while we're at it. When you're in midair, if you press down, you do a stomp attack. If you're doing a diagonal, you can also do the spinning attack, which also works. But the frames of where it actually hits are more limited than you'd think. So more often than not, you just end up getting hit by enemies. We need to jump over that banana. If we have 2 bananas, right, we will fuck up our sugar levels. So
right, don't overeat. Now, fair, it's not like he's becoming weaker from eating, like, those big alien sweets or anything like that. It's more like they are punching him, right?
Something like that. They are aliens disguised as sugary treats. Alright, there's our blood glucose. We're still within range, so that's good.
All things being said, though, two things. I have
He
two things
deflated.
about. I got two things here about the premise we got going on with Captain Novolin. One being, I don't think it's a great idea to be a superhero and have your entire identity based around the fact of announcing what your weakness is.
I'm Superman, the man who's weak to kryptonite.
Yeah, no, that would be like naming yourself like, I am weak to kryptonite, man.
Oh,
What's
shit.
true about insulin?
Yeah, take these quizzes. You gotta pass them, too, for health and one-ups.
Yeah.
What is true about
Made by-
insulin?
Well, it's made by the pancreas.
Yeah, that's true. We did learn that fact earlier, didn't we?
You could do this in hard mode and not collect any of the stars and just have to guess.
Your blood glucose level is within the safe zone. 5,000 point bonus. Thank you. We are going to play through this whole game, by the way. God, I'm 1 degree off there. For lunch, you could have carrots, grapes, a tuna sandwich, a glass of milk. For an afternoon snack, try pretzels and cheese. Now,
If you're in a hurry, put it all in the blender.
Auntie Anne's, they do have those little cheese dipping cups for the pretzel bites. I don't fuck with that.
Hypoglycemia is low blood sugar. Pop quiz hotshot, what would you call high blood sugar?
No idea.
Hyper.
Makes sense. I hate the attack patterns on these enemies. I also hate the fact that this move doesn't actually hit anyone. That you actually take damage while you're doing this. So I need to just rely on the stomp. Ooh. Different enemies have different attack patterns.
I have some sort of... I'm not going to go too deep into my own medical conditions, but I have some sort of medical conditions that's either hypo or hyper something, and I can never remember what it is, but it's pretty important to know which way it goes. I just don't ever remember it. I just know what I take to deal with it. If someone asks me what it is, I'm like, it's bad. Wait.
No, we're still good. Go ahead.
Talking way, okay. Other issue with Captain Novolin here, from a plot point of view. If we had an alien invasion here of sugary snacks and stuff, maybe we call someone else
Yeah, anyone
to take
else?
care of it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm sure Captain Novolin is great at his job.
No, he fucking
Maybe don't
sucks.
call-
He has no
maybe- I'm
superpowers
sick-
whatsoever. Hypoglycemia high? Fuck. I already forgot.
It's low. That's why I quizzed you earlier.
You know, I forgot
His hyper is
immediately. Luckily, our blood glucose is still within the safe zone, so...
But yeah, like, I'm sure Captain Novolin's fine, but call anyone else for this particular crisis. Again, back to the Superman thing. If, like, a rain of kryptonite was falling down to the earth, don't call Superman.
Yum. Enjoy your dinner. Chicken leg, potato, green salad with dressing, cherries in a roll.
I feel like, okay, maybe specify what kind of dressing. I feel like that could be important.
Hyper sugar dressing. A nice sugar glaze on your green salad. I would do away with the cherries there, but the rest of that sounds okay. I know what's coming up.
They're having two separate conversations here.
No, there's a one-sided conversation. Captain Novolin's just not listening. Excuse me, Captain Novolin. Could I give you a bit of advice?
Why, sure, Joe.
You should wear sturdy shoes and socks to protect your feet throughout your adventure. Here, take these. I think they will fit just fine.
Thanks. I never say no to someone giving me socks when I've never met them before. Thanks for the shoes, Joe. I'll be sure to wear them.
It's just weird that he would have them prepared. In the right size and everything. Just a random dock attendant.
Yeah, it's almost like you knew exactly what size my feet are.
It is good to stay away from very sugary foods. Over my dead body. Hey, you already have a boating level. Rescue the stranded muffin.
Don't drink and drive. All right, we're good. What?
The Twizzlers got us. I gotta duck the Twizzlers.
No, don't eat the drumstick with like green
Wings.
tentacles coming out of them.
Is that a dinner roll? Oh, not the potato.
So
So I have a problem with this game. One of a
Controls?
few. Yeah, it doesn't control well, but also the sprites being as fucking massive as they are, so you basically have to just, like, tap forward rather than just holding forward, otherwise you will just run into enemies at a certain point. And when your only viable attack is jumping and holding down the air at, like, the peak of your jump, let's just say it doesn't work super well. Let's say it's not fucking ideal, which is why Captain Novolin is the fucking lamest superhero. Uh-oh.
No.
We ate 2 rolls.
Yeah, I'll just bear that in mind. There is a world in which I could have had the opportunity to play this game. Yeah, a little high. My sister has type 1 diabetes, but she was wait, question.
Stay away from those goddamn fruits and vegetables.
I mean, are you on the keto diet, or are you on the...
I guess that depends. I guess it's contingent on that, isn't it? Oh, I think we got one up.
My sister has type 1, but she was diagnosed after this era of
After
video
Captain
games.
Novolin. You know,
After
we
Captain
break
Novolin.
history up into 2 portions. Before Captain Novolin,
Yeah.
after Captain Novolin.
And so, yeah, maybe if it happened... Maybe if we were both older, we would have had this game.
Possibly. Before bed tonight, have a turkey sandwich and a glass of milk. No fucking thank you on the turkey sandwich. I don't fuck
Wait,
with
did that say
turkey.
right before bed?
Right before bed. Don't even brush your teeth. Let it linger. Hyperglycemia is high blood sugar. Got it.
See, that's called foreshadowing, what I did earlier.
Oh, I hate these fucking cookies. And the Twizzlers. I was trying to run under it, but you can't. Also, do me a favor, keep an eye on chat.
Sure.
Ugh. Wretched. Absolutely
Yep,
wretched controls in this game.
Backlash Jack says, when I think snack, I think a whole turkey sandwich.
Okay. We have to play it safe, because one more hit will knock my ass out. There's the turkey sandwich. Inch slowly forward.
Now, be sure, now that you've had a big cup of
Fuck!
milk and a whole turkey sandwich, be sure to go to bed immediately. Just lie down. Don't let your body digest.
Just let it knock your ass straight out. Good thing we got that one up earlier. If you eat at the right times, then your body gets an even supply of food. Good to know.
Yeah, I feel like that would be self-evident. If you eat food, you get a supply of food into your body.
What this game should have done, if I'm giving them actual practical advice beyond just the gameplay, this game should have had questions for different age groups. You should have, in addition to putting in the diabetes code or whatever for the different blood sugar levels, you should have been like, how old are you? What type of advice should we be giving you here? What type of stuff should we be quizzing you on? I think other edutainment titles of the time were doing stuff along those lines. We're doing stuff by grade level, at the very least.
I have a feeling they were probably targeting a very narrow range with this.
Yeah, possibly, but why not broaden it out? Oh, god damn, this one has projectiles.
Time and budget, maybe.
Ooh, I don't know how I managed that one. I'm glad I did, but, Ooh. Oh, double trouble. Dodge that turkey. What is
Why is
good
it good to eat throughout the day? No, why is it good to eat throughout the day?
Oh, so you can eat all the time. That's just my answer. So you can try bunches of different foods. Variety is the spice of life.
I mean, that's the purpose of the stream snack, but...
Yeah. Hooray. That means the end of the level is here too, which is good. And they chart how well you did, how within bounds you were. But you see,
Spiked
we
a little
fluctuated
late in the night.
a little, but we ultimately did all right for ourselves, I think. There are 3 days in the game, so we're already a third of the way through the game. Within acceptable bounds. Don't forget to take the insulin dose I prescribed. I'd never forget, because the game doesn't let you skip this. And of course, like I said earlier, you can fuck it up and it'll affect the gameplay, but let's try.
Is there ever an instance in where you have to take more or less?
Yes, if you don't get enough food, you have to take more. And if
And
you
to be
eat
clear,
too
I
much,
meant
you
in-
take less.
To be clear, I'm in the real game and not in real life. I mean, I'm in the game and not in real life.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. I might have the other
Yeah.
wrong way around. Now the meals will repeat. Talk about recycled content here. It's like, oh, great, another peanut butter toast and half a banana morning.
The doctor's just like, oh god, you want to eat again today? I don't know. What'd you have yesterday? Do that.
Check you feet for dry skin rubbing in any red or white places that are not always there. Oh, a classic line. The check you feet. Of course, I referenced this when we when we posted the announcement and so forth. You can't not. It's so classic. Oh, fucking bubblegum. I could go for a tall bottle of soda like that.
I could go for breakfast on a speedboat. Just grabbing the food as I drive by.
Fuck. I was just holding down the jump button and it backfired.
What's the physics of the giant?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I missed my
what's the-
attack and I drank extra milk. Which one killed me? Who's to say?
What's the physics of a giant pack of bubblegum spitting out
No more
bubblegum
fooling
bubbles?
around.
I am Headful redeemed a Be Kind rewind. Yeah, I might have to. It depends. I want to see the game over screen if I fuck up. If I genuinely fuck up. I want to see the game over, see how the continue works. But then I will just rewind and we will... Well, I did just get an extra life right there too, so...
A good thing you can duck in this.
Yeah, great. Really paid off there in the one instance, the one enemy that would actually be semi-practical for. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Nope, just managed it.
No, save me, Captain Novolin. I'm stuck at sea.
You're on your own, buddy!
Sorry, I can't eat you. I already ate. I didn't want you to eat me. Save me.
Oh, this isn't good. We're way out of bounds. And hopefully that keeps things in balance. I don't recall eating too much there. I thought we ate just like the regular amounts.
Yeah, I don't remember you eating too much. Does taking damage from these guys also count as...
Now I gotta duck this waffle over here.
Whoops.
Oh, fuck. Well, we're dead now. How do insulin and food work together? Insulin breaks down food into sugar. Insulin helps your body get energy from food. Food stops insulin from working. I believe it's the top one. Fuck.
It's the second one.
Shows what I know. Okay, we're back within regular bounds. Oh, again, with the carrots and the grapes and the tuna sandwich and the...
Listen, I'm a doctor, not a chef. Right?
Hello, Ranger. I have diabetes. Is there anything special I should know before climbing the mountain?
I love that as an opening line for him. That's his catchphrase, is I have diabetes. He says it to everyone, basically.
Hello, citizens. I have diabetes.
Thanks for
Goodbye.
telling me. The most important thing to remember is that extra activity can cause your blood sugars to go lower than regular activity. Why is this guy a superhero? What is he doing? Yeah, action.
Oh, thank
and,
you.
and
Thank
crime
you. I
fighting.
didn't know that about my own body. Thank you.
Be sure to take some extra snacks with you and have fun. Imagine telling a superhero to have fun as they're about to, like, risk their life. Just have a good time out there, okay, Captain Novolin? Insulin unlocks your body's cells to let sugar into them. Blind jump. Ugh, there we go. I was half expecting the bridge to collapse under me, then I remembered, oh no, Raya Systems. Forgot about that guy. Good job, Captain Novolin.
What kind of sandwich is that again? Is that tuna?
This is the tuna sandwich, I believe. I don't fuck with tuna sandwiches either. The smell is too off-putting. I'll go down on like a raw tuna on like a sushi any day of the week, but
Oh, I love me a tuna salad.
the latest question. Oh, wait, no, this isn't question
The latest
time.
question is how much you need to put in, which is a lot.
Yeah, I'm just eating what the doctor recommended me. They said eat this for your meal, and I'm trying to follow.
Do you need to adjust based on how your blood sugar levels are? Like he says, like these are recommended foods.
Fuck that.
But do you have to pay attention to like where your blood sugar is at and be like, okay, maybe I shouldn't eat this right now?
Yeah, potentially. Well,
definitely making it worse there.
How does insulin lower your blood sugar level? It lets sugar into your cells, or do you remember?
Into.
Thank you. How many bonus points do we get for that? Ooh, yeah, that's not good. Insulin lowers your blood sugar by helping the body's cells turn your food into energy. Thank you. We were in the red. We were in the red, right? Still?
Yeah.
Does that mean I take less or more?
Well, okay, let's logically think. This would be a case where, if I knew more about it... Should I call my sister?
Where I had diabetes, I would know this, but...
Yeah, and that goes with the thing I said earlier about, like, you know, managing your food in levels.
Let's just take less and see what happens.
Wait, stop. Let's logic it out. The insulin helps the sugar get absorbed into your cells for energy, right? If your blood sugar is too high... And
more?
you need to more.
Okay, good to know. Enjoy your dinner. Magic Meows in chat says, Cass, if you had diabetes, you'd be so fucked trying to remember how all this works. You're not wrong. Let's just be thankful, I guess.
Whew, what a hike. Hi, Ranger Ralph. I have diabetes. I'm looking for the mayor. But just in case I want to get into some trouble, I want to let you know that I have diabetes.
Yes, we know!
Goodbye. I have diabetes. If I'm found ill or fainting, please give me some sugar. If this does not revive me, please call a doctor or an ambulance immediately.
He has to carry this card around. He has to give this to every random park ranger and dock attendant and just... Thanks. In case of an emergency, rangers will know you have diabetes and will have a good idea of how to help you. They'll get completely fucked up by the aliens. We expected you to take care of that shit for us, but whatever. Fuck you. Take care, Captain Novolin. Making us work overtime. Insulin works hardest at its peak.
So do I? Question mark? It sounds like something.
Look at the asses on these tree stumps in the background.
Oh, wait, I saw it as you were leaving.
How did that not hit? How did I get hit there? How did I not knock that motherfucker out of the box? Oh, I hesitated because of the, I didn't know how they would handle the slope there. Yes! Look at this, look at my short hops. Now that's impressive. That's the most impressive thing I've seen Captain Novolin do. Fuck! Cheating a little bit there. Sorry, folks.
No, oh, no, you got it somehow.
The collision is a little wonky, so I think you can hit them from the side, even with your head, so long as you press down at the appropriate time.
Super Mario Brothers rules.
Well, no, in Super Mario Brothers, you don't have to hold fucking down. Oh, they can jump up! Zillions are tricky. Now, let's see where we're at. Trending high. Fuck! I really don't want to replay any of this level, so we're just gonna continue cheating. They did redeem a Be Kind Rewind, so... What is an insulin peak? When insulin works its hardest, when a bottle of insulin is full, when a syringe of insulin is full. I think I can deduce logically here. And a spaceship. And our blood glucose level is within the safe zone.
There we go.
And yes, the turkey sandwich, a glass of milk. Is this game only 2 days, actually?
Before bed tonight, have a turkey sandwich and a glass of milk. This isn't a suggestion. This is a command.
Together, you and your doctor should decide when and how much insulin you should take. Ominous music for it. And just horrible music at that, too. Well, Les Claypool on the bass. Slap away, Les.
I can't tell what those...
Candy
Are
bars.
they candy bars? Because they look like granola bars to me.
And that looks like it could be broccoli or pistachio ice cream. It's not really clear.
Someone in chat also got confused with that. It is probably supposed to be ice cream, considering it looks like a waffle cone. You see, not only are they all those aliens being disguised as sweets, they're also disguising themselves as healthy foods as well at the same time to confuse you.
I did it! I figured it out. By the way, final boss time. And electrocuted.
Seymour!
That dude looks like he's out of Mondu's Fight Palace. The boss guy there. Does the checkpoint is directly before the boss, or do I have to go through the whole stage every time? Oh, fuck me.
Whole stage.
Exercise will affect everyone's blood sugar level differently.
If you exercise, it will affect everyone's blood sugar, so be careful.
What the fuck? I was holding down. God, you suck, Captain Novolin. You're the worst superhero. That is another big problem with this game, is that Captain Novolin is a fucking dweeb. So, you know, the aspiration of, like, giving kids a diabetes-themed superhero. The thing about superheroes is that they're cool. They have, like, powers. They're not, like, fucking losers.
Didn't you start this stream with to say something nice and say, like, look at Captain Novolin. He looks cool enough. He looks like something you could have aspirations towards.
Then as you get into the game, you realize how fucking useless he is. With his jump attack. If your blood sugar levels are kept in your target range, you stay healthier. You don't say. Okay.
I feel like those things in the background should be shooting at you. I'm glad they're not.
I do also like how the frame rate dips in this stage. How it dips in all the stages, really. It's like they put more than one enemy on the screen at the same time. Game's not really built for that. Disadvantage of making these large, colorful sprites, I suppose. Whoa! And there it is. We're gonna have to rewind once this game over hits. But let's see where it would drop us off.
Credits.
Here's credits. Music composed by Kingsley Thurber. Thanks, Kingsley. Ugh. And yes, it really would start you from the beginning of the game there, so let's,
You ever rewind back to where you were actually at the boss?
No, let's just do it from the top of the stage, do it with the benefit of full health, and I will just egregiously cheat here to make sure we get to where we gotta go to. So making sure we get to the boss with the full amount of health. No. No. They do set up some tricky scenarios here for an impatient person like me.
We have to find the answer by ourselves.
Say something nice.
That's on you. I have to concentrate. That's my excuse right now.
I like the fact that they have the code system in the game to tailor it more closely towards the needs of the kids playing it.
Why do we need to check
relevant
blood sugar levels? Writing all those numbers is fun and it looks cool. Our doctors and parents will bug us if we don't. Well, that's the answer. Alright. This is boss time. We have an hour to fight them. Oh! Brutal.
Ooh, yeah.
Whatever, I'll take the hit there.
This is... is simulating hypoglycemia. Anyway.
There we go. That's the fight. You check Mayor Gooden's blood sugar and find that it is 50. What do? Give the mayor sugar packets, then cheese and crackers. Give the mayor a glucagon shot, then cheese and crackers when he wakes up. What happens if we fuck it up? Oh, well, no, I said what happens if we fuck it up. It just autocorrects. You just forfeit the point bonus. Oh, wait. Be careful, Captain Novolin. As long as the mayor's awake, give him something sweet like the sugar packets for quick energy and follow that with some protein like the cheese. No bonus points for us. Unfortunately, they don't give you different endings there. Unfortunately, you can't,
Yeah, you can't bad ending this. Without a mayor, the Earth was doomed.
Congratulations, Captain. You saved the world from those evil aliens. Look at them flying away. I hereby present to you, the key to the city. Just linger on that handshake for a while. Good thing he had the key on him.
Thank you, Mayor. I have diabetes.
Yes, I know!
Me too, I know.
Hey, guess what? That was Captain Novolin. Hit my fucking screen! That's really it. That's all there is to it. Kick you right back to the title screen.
This was a game you could play in the waiting room of hospital, so...
But instead they made you take it
length.
home. Instead they made you fill out a form that says, I promise to return it by this date. That was Captain Novolin. Final thoughts on it. Well-intentioned, as mentioned earlier. Significant issues with the execution. Kids aren't going to learn if the game sucks and they can't get past a certain level. If the controls are bad, if they don't give you your hero enough options. And furthermore, having such a pathetic loser of a superhero does not inspire. It does not fill me with confidence. It does not, if I were theoretically someone with diabetes, I would not look at this guy and be like, here I am represented. I'd be like, get this guy away from me. We do not own him. We do not claim Captain Novolin.
On the other hand, given that is a piece of edutainment software, I think you might be asking too much for how cool Captain Novolin is going to look and be.
Just give him a power. Give him a superpower of some sort. Give him, laser beams coming out of his eyes. Give him, cool tricks he can do.
He's jacked.
Sure, but that's not enough. That's not enough in this day and age. You can't just be a strong guy and just be like,
it was the 90s. It was a different time.
Any other conclusions you have? Anything that you've concluded after having witnessed the majesty of Captain Novolin?
No, this isn't the thing I could find myself to be too upset at. Even the relative lameness of Captain Novolin himself, just being this guy who just walks around everywhere and just kind of doesn't do anything superhero-y. But it's an edutainment game for children. It is supposed to help kids kind of conceptualize, what to eat during the day if they're diabetes, and when to, take insulin and how much at the right times. This is serving its purpose just fine. I think it is ultimately for a good cause. See ya. I'm not going to tell you I have diabetes. I'm out of here.
I do want to quote from the Wired article I mentioned earlier, the Nintendo Healthcare one. They actually do have a quote from a player of the game, so that we actually have some insight into how kids who played the game reacted to it, and how much of this is genuine and how much of this they were instructed to say by either their parents or by Raya Systems. Remains no determining it, but Sarah Michael submits that Captain Novolin helps me understand which foods to eat and what to avoid, otherwise my blood sugar goes up and I can get sick. I can go more quickly with the game, while doctors just talk and talk and talk. It's an easier way to bring this subject up with a friend who doesn't have diabetes. You can say, hey, do you want to play a game where you can learn about my condition? It's an idea. If that actually happened, which skeptical, if that encounter, if them submitting this game to their friends to play and learn about their condition, if that actually happened, that's great.
That would be a better thing for Captain Novolin to do, though, when he introduced himself in this game.
Hi, I'm Captain Novolin. Would you like to play a game that teaches you about my condition?
He just hands him a copy of this
He has
game.
copies of the cartridge for the park ranger and everyone else, along with his card. And the instruction that, hey, I'm fucking useless. You're gonna have to pick up the slack here. You're gonna have to do the real legwork here. Especially if you see me collapse, knock out any boxes of cereal in your way and then get me up. I think that'll do it for Captain Novolin. Hey, doesn't he look a lot like Trump with that haircut and that fucking skin tone? Anyway.
You know what? No, he doesn't. I'm going to go ahead and say that Trump wishes he looked that good.
So that was, in fact, Captain Novolin. That was the main event. We opened with the main event. And now it is time to get to the rest of the games. Starting with Rex Ronan, Experimental Surgeon. Rex Ronan is a true departure from the world of Super NES games, bringing both fun to play and informative, or being both fun to play and informative on a subject of vital importance. Says
Rex
Nintendo
Ronan,
Power.
freestyle surgeon.
So this game,
Who gave us that quote?
Nintendo Power. That was from a Nintendo Power review of the game. This game released, by the way, in May 6th. 1994, again developed by Sculptured Software. And I will be honest with you, I never bothered to play this. I didn't bother to play any of the other Raya Systems games, so these will actually be my first. I've seen them in action, but I've never bothered to play them for myself, and I'm going to continue that by passing the buck on to you to play Rex Ronan Experimental Surgeon. So get ready. I'm assuming you consumed your stream snack. You've checked your blood glucose and so forth, so you're cleared to play this. Yep, let's get it up. Sick title screen. Flaming text. Here we go. Controls. Let's make it so we can both control if I need to step in at any point. Yeah, you should have control now.
Okay, let me... Hit me that narration.
Oh, sorry. Actually, do you want to check the options first? I want to check the options first. Can we go back to the title screen?
Okay.
Show me set options. What are you doing?
I'm not hitting anything.
Oh, it's just the demo. It's just the... Okay. So it's just doing this on its own. Okay, fair enough. In that case, let's go through these. Jake Westboro thought he had it all. A successful sales career with Blackburn Tobacco Company, a beautiful wife, a great car. Jake started smoking when he was 15, but now he's dying from smoking the cigarettes he once sold. Ever seen the movie Thank You for Smoking?
He's dying to have another cigarette. Man, I could go for some right now.
Dying for flavor. Jake's only hope is Dr. Rex Ronan, a brilliant experimental surgeon. Dr. Ronan will shrink himself to near microscopic size and enter Jake's body to fight Jake's disease. He was heavily inspired by the Magic School Bus. Blackburn Tobacco Company is afraid that if Jake lives, though he will tell the world how dangerous smoking is, they will do anything to stop Dr. Ronan. Time is running out. Nope. Time is running out. Dr. Ronan must hurry. Deadly microbots from Blackburn Tobacco Company have entered Jake's body. Use caution.
I feel like they could have just come in at normal size and with a gun to handle this.
Smart bombs or no smart bombs?
I'll keep the smart bombs.
Yeah, why not? All right, yeah, we got this. So, you know, I'm trying to quit smoking right now still. So
maybe this will teach you something.
Maybe I'll learn something.
Entering the mouth.
I love the idea that the tobacco companies would just send assassins, microbot assassins, to kill one of their former employees.
Tar deposits cover the teeth. A thick white patch of leukoplakia lines the throat. Jake's teeth are stained and decayed. Gums are puffy. Arms spaghetti. Remove tar and leukoplakia deposits as quickly as possible. I like his Doom guy look up in the upper left there.
Wait till he gets bloodied up.
This is a present from me to you.
Thank you, Soul Stuff, who just resubscribed with the comment, right on for the tar deposits. Long anticipated. Yeah, kick that
tooth. Whoa, oh. Okay,
yeah, this one doesn't look like a dream to control.
Oh, I have to... Okay, I thought I had to kick those things. No, I want that. Give me... Okay.
So the platforms are a little unclear where you actually land and...
Well, he is over animated when he does these jumps.
Power Wash Simulator has nothing on this.
Actually, you know what? There needs to be a Power Wash Simulator expansion where you're just in a mouth.
Rex Ronan
Right?
tie-in.
Yeah.
If
you, like,
Viscera
clean
Cleanup
teeth.
Detail could, have those tie-ins.
Do I have ammo on this?
Nah, I
No?
think you can just spray and pray.
Oh, get down there. Yeah. Give me this, whatever this is. I don't know what that was. Oh, what? I have a new type of shot to clean teeth.
Each cigarette you smoke can cut 20 minutes off your life.
Each piece of bacon you eat can cut 9 minutes off your life.
So much for my
Smoke
bacon and
cigarettes, it
cigarette
needs-
sandwich. It's
Oh, God.
true statement destroys enemies. So I guess if there's a statement on the screen that you want to confirm, that's the smart bomb, I suppose. Now, how thorough a job do we actually need to do here as far as cleaning the teeth? That is the question.
I guess that is the question. I mean, I guess leave a little flavor for later for him,
Give him something to remember it by. This guy shouldn't
wish
get
I
off
had
completely
the-
scot-free, honestly.
Do I have the other... Whoa.
The other attack, no, I think you lost it. I think this is the new and improved, and therefore it is supplanted.
I have
kick that
directional
tall away.
kick. I have directional kicks, I realized. The other one was better, right? The one that I could spray?
Yes. Yes, it was.
You know what? I'm not a dentist. I'm an experimental surgeon.
You refilled your green meter by picking up that thing. Or the green meter at the top
Guessing
is.
that's health. Does that collect automatically, or... Gimme. You know what? Screw it. Yeah, go see a dentist.
Smoking may lead to early wrinkles.
True. The devastating power of the truth.
It will set you free. It will loose the tar from your teeth.
Is this a different shot than I had before? Somehow?
Yeah, it's yellow
At all?
now.
Yeah, I don't know what that implies. You know, from the box art, I thought this was going to be like a shmup.
Would have been better as a shmup. This sucks. When you smoke
use-
pesticides and herbicides enter your body,
Okay, comma, smoke, comma. True.
if only it knocked the plaque off the teeth to hit the smart bomb, how convenient would that be? To have to
Yeah.
do this bullshit.
Oh, now there's a picture of teeth over. Oh, that's my radar.
That's how far along you are.
Also, I'm not particularly tiny here. All things considered.
Chef Chilios says, I'm trying to fucking eat here, and when I tune in and see plaque on teeth, how am I supposed to eat to this? Yeah, sorry. If you tuned in during Captain Novolin, that was a very appetizing section of the stream.
They should have re-released this later on, right?
Okay.
As like this and Captain Nova released as like a co-op game. Like one player plays the Captain Novolin thing, and one person is Rex Ronan. And whenever Captain Novolin eats something, Rex Ronan has to go and clean the teeth.
I think you're running low. I think your health depletes over time.
Oh,
At least
and I
you're
finally
back
got
to-
this thing back.
Get out of there. It's gonna blow.
Oh, there's the leukoplakia.
All right, let me read this. Like car exhaust. Oh, well.
Like car exhaust. True. I was about to run out of life. I'm still about to run out of life.
Grab that red. Grab that red.
I can't. Too far down.
Fuck.
And the thing's rising.
Get out of there. Just get out of there.
Ah, okay.
Disintegrated.
I know better now. Next time, I'm just going straight forward.
Oh, you
no,
just
wait,
respawn in
I
place.
respawn.
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Video Game King says, I think you only have to clear a set amount of plaque before you move on. Is there any indication of that? Does it show anywhere how much you need to? What happens if you go all the way to the right?
Okay. That kick takes so long to come out. Can't go any more to the right.
All right, then you gotta go back and clean it up.
All right. At least I have a buck. It's an enemy. Okay.
Side 42 says, hang on, have y'all been
come
counting
out.
teeth? Curious if he has a realistic amount. No, depending on the difficulty level, he has more or less teeth, you see? It's... That's not true, but I also don't think it has the full amount of teeth. Magic Mouse astutely points out, at least this guy has more abilities than Captain Novolin.
Well, he has a gun.
Maybe Captain Novolin should have had a gun. Maybe he should have shot, like, syringes full of glucose at people. Can you not go any more to the left?
I want to take care of this guy because he's going to keep bugging me. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Whatever.
2 lives remain.
Alright, I'm going to tell you when I hit the kick button, alright? Kick.
Ay, 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 that wind-up.
Kick.
Are they winding us up with that wind-up?
I can't go left anymore.
Then I guess go right.
I'm blocked off from the teeth. Okay, I had to kill that guy to progress.
Mouth complete.
Mouth complete.
Entering the trachea. The trachea is lined with thick mucus. Green globs of phlegm clog the passageway. Phlegm must be cleared quickly. Don't I know
Phlegm is
it?
a nice word because it's a word you can say to clear it out. Phlegm. All right,
It is a shooter after all.
Well, not gonna clear that out. I guess.
Yeah, no,
Just
that's gonna have to clear on its own. Star Fox can never. You are clipping the sides, I think, by the way. When you're flying through there, I think you have to aim a little lower. Yeah, he's reacting in pain in the top left corner when you...
Yeah, that was.
There you go.
I need my 3D glasses for this.
Whoa! Pro Circuit 92 points out that phlegm in Spanish is flema. Spelled F-L-E-M-A. R.I.P. Jordan Games says, need that sewer shark heckling. Listen here, phlegm ball!
Whoa, okay. I hope I went the right way.
They're clearing
Yeah,
out
you
the
clip
left
the
lung.
sides, but it's really hard to tell where the sides are because it's not actually like the edge of this screen here.
And also your health meter isn't decreased. Oh wait, yes it is. It's the one beneath the top bar. This isn't very good.
No.
Believe it or not. I think you're fucked, Sharky.
I think so. I don't know where I'm going.
Well, you can see yourself traveling through the lungs in the diagram in the top right, but
Well, I'm trying not to look up there too much because I'm safe.
well, trachea complete. Whatever you did it well. Could this scroll any fucking slower?
Entering the liver. We took a wrong turn somewhere. Nothing really about smoking down here. Just take a look. I don't know.
Yeah, liver completely unaffected.
Could be cool.
Entering the lungs, tar deposits slow down the tar deposits slow down the flow of air to the alveoli.
Alveoli.
Cutting off the oxygen
supply.
Cutting off the oxygen supply to the blood. Precancerous cells threaten both lungs. Remove tar deposits in precancerous cells quickly. I wonder how you're going to do that.
Like this.
They drop you off danger fucking close to these things.
Yeah.
You know what? Your health is the stuff in that second meter. The top one is just time.
Oh.
Precancerous cells. You gotta clean that up. People in the chat have been comparing this game to every other game on the market. This is like Rebel Assault, says Backlash Jack. This is... now it's Todd's Adventures in Slime World.
All right, I have an opinion that could make the capital G gamers out there angry.
Oh, lay it on us.
I think edutainment games should not be difficult.
Yeah, they really shouldn't.
Yeah, they shouldn't. Or if they have challenge,
Make it a toggle.
It shouldn't be
Make it a select.
that, or they shouldn't have like lives. Like, remember how in Captain Novolin you got to the end and you died and you would have had to start over?
Mm-hmm. And this would have been
That
information that
shouldn't
you
be
just... Yeah.
That shouldn't be a thing. I'm saying that because I know I'm going to die in this fairly soon because it's awkward to control. Like, it does stuff like you get way, way, way too close to the edge of the screen if you want to move it forward, and enemies can fire at you from off screen.
Magic
Okay,
Meows asks
red
whether
increases
math
time.
games.
Red increases time. What if there are math games? Well, I mean, same thing applies. Like, it shouldn't be difficult in the control department, or it shouldn't be like frustrating in a way that math is. If anything should be frustrating in a math game, it should be the math, right?
Yeah. Slime, that's funny, but I can't read it out loud.
I'll have to look at the VOD later because I'm trying.
You're saving this guy's life right now.
Yeah. Are the scientists on the outside, the normal sized ones, like aware that all of these micro assassin bots got sent into this one guy as well?
They have to be. I'm sure Rex Ronan is reporting live from the front.
Ooh. Okay, we're down here now.
Platforming. Oh, this sucks. What's happening here? Sucks.
Oh, come on. What am
Just jump over him. Just jump over and get the smart bomb.
True.
Thank God it was true. Whatever that was, thank God it was true.
Do you think any of them are false?
I guess not, right?
Because I don't know how you would, like, avoid it in that case. Because sometimes they're, like, right the fuck there.
Then you don't even get to, like, retain the information. You don't even get to absorb it or read it.
Yeah, that's another issue, is that, like, by the time I got there, like, all I had time to do was hit the thing and it said true. I didn't learn anything from that.
Backlash Jack asks, is it good or bad when your lungs have slow down? K4 Boom is bad! I would think so. Louise PSC says, I mean, the tobacco industry is still going to kill this guy, but, props to him for the efforts. Our plan to use microscopic invaders in his body didn't work. How about we just shoot him? How about we just hire a hitman to shoot this guy? Why didn't we do that from the start?
Like, they could spend all this money on developing, microbot technology to go into this one guy who's having a surgery. Or they could just give one guy a gun and say, take care of it.
Go wild. We'll give you a pack of ciggies for it. Almost everyone with lung cancer smoked. True. The truth will set you free. Just get the fuck out of here. You're gonna run out of time.
Yeah. The reason I'm like doubling back so much is because of the camera scrolling, because I'm trying to figure out what's going to kill me if I go into the next screen. Also, I have to kill that guy.
Get on screen, you fucking anime. Now, luckily, you did pick up an extra life at some point, so...
Yes.
Terribly Terrified says, Ronan loosely looks like the Cruelty Squad guy. First lung area complete. Entering the bronchial tubes. The bronchial tubes are clogged with green phlegm. Remove phlegm before further damage occurs. I'm assuming that Bronkie the Bronchiasaurus. That's the asthma game, actually, now that I'm just thinking about it. That's a name that also could have been for a game about, like, anti-smoking. Because, it affects the bronchius. It's the same thing, whenever I see Packy and Marlon, I think, like, pack of cigarettes. But no, it's just another diabetes game.
Right, that you told me yesterday that, oh yeah, that's this anti-smoking game. It's like, nope.
It's so easy to conflate these with one another, except for Captain Novolin. That's the only one. It's only because I wrote the article and know that Novolin is the glucose company, so... Johnny Baghead says, funny how many side-scrolling games have this issue of the screen scrolling only when you're near the edge, which surely Mario would set the standard. You would think, but also this is a game where you have to, like, you know, clean the walls, as it were. So I guess in certain scenarios you want to be, like, stage left or stage right. You don't just want to be always centered and always scrolling. You want to be able to, like, you know, double back and, like, see the extent of the damage in the frame of the game, maybe.
I don't want to poke at the edges of this game too much, but I'm curious how much you actually have to clean to progress and how much of it is just kill the enemies.
Yeah. Well, the points that you're getting are giving you more lives, too, which...
Final lung.
It's the final lung area.
You have your left lung, your right lung, and your final lung.
There is a lot of damage from emphysema. Emphysema. Why isn't that capitalized? Everything else has been capitalized. It's been like an actual medical term. The lungs are enlarged, and the alveoli walls are broken down. Precancerous cells and tar pollute the area. Destroy tar and precancerous cells, if you please.
Lungs 2, the secret of lungs. Fuck.
You know who this guy looks like? More than the Cruelty Squad guy. He looks like the Phantom. The old superhero just wears... Or that's the Phantom, right? Who wears, like, the purple jumpsuit.
I think so, yes. Yes. The Spirit was the one who wore, like, the trench coat and stuff.
Yeah,
Phantom was the one who wore the purple and the domino mask.
I am Headful says Rem Lazar. It's...
Look at this weird jump kick I have, too. Yeah.
Experimental surgeon and master of the martial arts.
Like, that's tap, a hold forward, and then kick. Like, there's a lot of directional kick things, and the kick is so useless.
Sci42 also points out, this is worth mentioning, that the music here is a major upgrade over Captain Novolin. But then again, anything would be. Silence would be an upgrade over Captain Novolin.
Useless. Useless. The kick is so bad. Don't use it.
It's certainly
Also,
not.
now-
I love that
now-
falling animation where it's just your standing sprite.
Now I am just going to, like, book it and see
How much you can
how
get
much
away
it
with.
matters. Yeah. Good news, doctors. I destroyed all the robots in his lungs. Did you get rid of the tar?
What?
The what?
Sorry, I got a little distracted in there.
Look at this design here. Look, how am I in here now?
These platforms are ambiguous. The collision here is all curious.
Yeah, there were definitely walls there keeping me from going where I wanted to.
And frame rates keeping you from...
Smoke increases your risk of bad things. Yeah, true. This is so much worse of an entertainment game than Novolin was. For a lot of reasons.
It's more like a video game. To
It
its
is
detriment.
It is more like a video game. I would say it probably feels better to play Captain Novolin than this still.
Not so sure.
No, I'm just going to go ahead and say I think Captain Novolin probably plays better than this.
It plays bad.
Yeah. I said that's a comparative statement. I said Captain Novolin probably plays better than this, and I'm going to hold by that.
All right,
as much as you don't like how Captain Novolin plays, this plays real rough.
Slime Generator says, I keep thinking that Sharky is breaking out of bounds in this level.
It feels I am. Please just hit up there. Hit up there. Okay. But it's really, this is way worse at, like, the whole...
True. Whatever you're saying, true. The game agrees with you.
This is so much worse than the educational aspect, because at least with Captain Novolin, like, it stopped and said, here's this fact, you know? Now take this in, absorb it, and when you're ready, we continue the game. This one, like, it is an item that you have to pick up in the heat of the moment.
Not only that, but you can disable them. You can disable the smart bombs, which would presumably disable the trivia as well, and just remove any aspect of education from the process.
But by the time you get, and especially with the way, like, the scrolling works, you know, the thing can appear on screen, and, like, you don't even have time to recognize it being there. You just run it straight into it, and it goes like, true, whatever the fact was.
By the way, dead end. Isn't that awesome? Doesn't that rule? You went the wrong way.
So I need to figure out how to get up. I see where the path is going.
Terribly Terrified says, skip entering the mouth, clip through the patient's skin, and get right to the final lung. That's real experimental surgery right there. God, this really does look wretched. I'm glad I'm not playing this. It's
Up. Cool. Where? How?
somehow onto that platform.
The only way I could see this happening is if I clip through something incorrectly. Or if I, like, can steer myself in air in, like, a weird enough way to get up there.
Yeah, what the fuck? Okay,
There.
That's so brutal. That's so pixel specific.
Oh, sorry, I was up here before, and I couldn't figure out... Okay.
Also, like, the fact that you don't actually collect the point things half the time.
Yeah, like, I was trying to figure out what that is. I don't know if I'm actually...
I think you need the health down there, by the way. The red strand of whatever.
Okay, red is time. Red is time, not health.
Yeah, I think you need time, too. Look at your time.
If I go... I don't think I'm gonna get back up.
I believe in you. Just jump. Ignore these enemies. Oh, well. Don't mind me. Ignore my advice.
All right.
You know what you're doing. You're the expert on this one.
Shit. Okay.
And you didn't need to go up there. You need to go
I'm trying to see if
down.
we can make it through anyway. Okay.
Pro Striker 92 says this part causes me anxiety. R.I.P. Rex.
Yeah, fuck it.
Let's see what it does.
Is it... Do I get a 0 of life? Or
Yes, you do.
Okay, I get a 0.
It was good to play safely, though. For as long as you could hold out doing it.
Is it dead? Nope. This one is... This game is garbage on many levels. In a way that I could fully defend, like, Captain Novolin, I cannot defend this one.
Well, I have a comment that'll cheer you up from Slime. This game reminds me of that Dahar Insot video for the cholesterol removing device.
Yeah, I need more, like, cutting, like, tools, more saw blades and stuff.
Entering the arteries. The arteries are blocked by yellow plaque. The artery walls are very damaged. Jake's condition is unstable. Please remove the plaque. I said quack. Rex Ronan is a fucking quack. Remove it quickly, anyway. Shredding guitar. That's a cookie and is just lodged in wherever we are. I'll also say, because we're... Oh, sorry, you go first.
I feel like that last level kind of confirms that you don't have to clean anything. You just get to the end.
Yeah.
And it's kind of at your disadvantage to try and stay and actually clean stuff, because you will run out of time.
Yeah, but if you need to get your lives up, it's every 50,000 points, it seems to be.
Alright, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, since we're halfway through the show and I need to start peppering these in more often, it's apparently the thing that streamers do, is that we should do some of our promo stuff in the middle of the show. So I'll do it while this text is scrolling. Folks, if you like what you see here, consider subscribing here on Twitch, pledging on Patreon, becoming a member on YouTube. If you choose to do any of the above, you'll gain access to the Patreon Saints channel on our Discord server. You'll have a say in what we play here on the show. We still need to put that poll together. We still need to finish that poll we were talking about and put that up in the Patreon Saints channel for folk to vote on. So remind me after the show tonight.
Right.
And did too much.
And thank you for whoever put a community gift sub out there.
Blackened area. A deadly blood clot is forming in the coronary artery. Danger of heart attack. Remove blood clots and plaque before it's too safe. Going
Too
to
late.
completely ignore that? Just gonna go ahead and kill robots instead.
Well, we've entered the heart, so we're halfway through the body. We're in the chest region. So once we get down to the legs, it's...
I'm not sure what business we have in the legs, but...
It can cause blood clots down there. Uh, Slime says, Rex Ronan, sir. Our systems indicate you have spent an extraordinary amount of time in this dude's balls. Can you explain? I didn't read the joke earlier, but I read that one, so it's...
Kick doesn't work there. I'm just, like, walking on cheese right now. This feels like a cheese level.
I'm walking on Swiss cheese. Backlash Jack asks, is the Mucinex guy the final boss? The guy from the commercial, like the ball of phlegm, the slime guy.
Yeah.
And Mr. Taco has another song for us, too. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Raya Systems can't make games.
Most teenagers do not smoke or use tobacco. False. All the cool kids do.
All the cool kids do. You know, you gotta specify here. I had a smoker's corner.
Hey, what now?
You gotta climb the mountain. There was a smoker's corner when I was in high school where all the cool kids went to smoke. And it is also the setting, one of the funniest things that I ever saw in my time as a student. Let's just say I have to be very careful to not give away any details here, any incriminating details of my life. Let's just say that there was a gang war at our school, and by gang I mean it was two quote-unquote gangs of, you know, white suburban kids that fancied themselves like, you know, toughies, wearing their 50-cent shirts and so forth, you know, the epitome of tough. And these two gangs had beef. And it came to pass that there was a day where throughout the course of the school day, the word on the street, the word in the hallways was that the two gangs were going to compete. We're going to have a street beef for control of the smokers lot, which was right out in front of where the buses would pull out from the school, and you know, when they dropped you off or were going to take you home, and they were going to time it so that they were going to do their fight as all the buses were leaving for the day, as classes were ending. And so I was eagerly anticipating it. I wanted to watch these kids throw down from the safety of my bus window. And so as the buses are pulling out, I see the two sides lined across from one another, Revolutionary War style, charging their muskets. No, there's like 8 kids on each team, on each gang, I'm sorry.
Team.
And the second they were about to like start like pushing each other, which is all the fight was going to be. I knew like in my heart of hearts they were just going to get into like a shoving match and eventually give up without throwing any real punches. But the second they were about to engage, the one security guard just walks up to them, basically just says like, you know, I see it from a distance. I can't hear exactly what he's saying, but I figure he says something like, all right, break it up. And then immediately the kids just start walking away from each other. There's like absolutely no like balls, cojones to any of these people. It's just immediately like, all right, you got us. And I just fucking laugh the entire bus ride home. Just like, what a bunch of fucking losers. It was the best thing that could have happened. It was the funniest thing that could have happened. Oh, artery blocked, heart attack alert.
I'm working on it. Nope. Wait, so how could I have prevented that? How could I have prevented that?
I don't know, but you have 3 credits.
Start over, I guess. What could I have done differently?
Let's see how much more of this game there is. Let's see how many levels are in Rex Ronan Experimental Surgeon. I'm gonna look this up in the background. You keep playing, and then we'll determine whether we need to finish this, or whether or not we can just say, "Hey, we played through a." Game's supposed to be 57 minutes long. No, I'm sorry. It's supposed to be 30 minutes long, according to this other playthrough.
Smoking can prevent heart attacks. Oh, wait a minute. That sounds true to me. False. Lose a life. Or don't lose a life, I guess.
Okay, so I see another shooting gallery level, another platformer level where you're in the brain.
Rewriting their personality.
Is the last stage. So it's this stage, another shooting stage, another platforming stage. Should we just finish this?
I'm curious if that's going to be possible.
Well, you have 3 lives here. You can just, like, rush it, for all I care.
I don't know what the heart attack warning thing was. I was trying to destroy the blockage.
I think it's just saying that you need to destroy this. You need to clear this out, otherwise you can't, like, complete the level.
But then I just died, not getting attacked by anything. Hope that's true. Come on. Be true. There we go. I couldn't even read it. Oh, give me that. Give me this. See, just dead.
Huh. I'm gonna
Dead.
rewind you. Yeah, so don't walk into it, I guess? Or what
No,
is
dead.
happening here? Okay. Let me get in here. Let me trial and error some of this. I have a couple ideas. Also, I'm just giving you some relief. I feel bad for you having to have played this. Also, I need to see how it controls for myself. Okay, so. Oh my god, how many enemies can they put on the screen at the same time? Enough to kill me, that's for... Oof. This.
I feel like shooting at the blood clot, like, killed me.
This is uncontrollable. The frame rate is literally so low, and I have such few iframes that you just can't fucking do anything here. Oh my god!
We have to find the answer by
This is like
ourselves.
unacceptably bad. Oh, great time for us to say something nice. Crouch and shoot.
Dead.
What? Okay.
Yeah, heart attack. You died.
So what is happening to make the heart attack happen?
That blood clot is filling up. And when I was trying to shoot at it, I just instantly died. Like, you lasted way longer than I did. And you were never shooting at it.
I'm gonna try shooting it now. If these fuckers will let me.
But you can go back and look at the footage. Like, I was directly trying to shoot that clog. And I just died.
Yeah, I don't fucking get this at all. Fucking horrible, like, indication of what you actually need to do here. We're trial and erroring this shit, and I still can't, like, make heads or tails.
But you see that it is completely closed off there.
Can you read the message from Video Game King in chat? I think
Yeah, it says if that clot makes a solid wall, you have to restart the level, regardless of how many lives you have.
This sucks.
The thing is, like, I understand why it's closed off for you. You spent a lot of time back there.
But it was happening to you, like,
me,
here.
I was here. Yeah, and it happened to me, like, regardless of the fact that I was trying to shoot through it. I think you just have to clean this entire area off so it doesn't have a chance to grow back. Yeah, you're getting that heart attack warning now. So I think if it forms a wall at all, like right there, you see that there was that one line right there?
This is so dog shit. Yeah, imagine a fucking kid trying to play this.
This is what I was saying. Like, these games shouldn't be hard in this way. And you're gonna die because it forms a wall right there. Do you get an idea now of why I said that this plays worse than Captain Novolin?
Yeah. It is more of a video game, but it's not necessarily a good thing in this case.
I'm... Alright, wait a minute. I got an idea. I want to look something up while you do this.
Please, by all means.
Rex Ronan, right? Experimental surgeon?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Initial development of this game received support from the U.S. Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality? Yes, quality.
Hey, fuck
What
this
I wanted to
game!
see
This game
was
fucking sucks. Fucking die already! Jesus, wept. Sorry.
What I wanted to see was who paid for this game. Right?
Tobacco industry of America.
Yeah, no, here's the thing. I could totally see this being paid for by, like, tobacco industry.
I mean, they pay for all those anti-smoking ads. They're legally required to pay for, like, the, what was that company that did all the commercials?
Truth.
Truth,
Right.
yeah. That's a arm of the tobacco companies. Okay, fuck this. Get the fuck out of here. It's gonna have to be good enough. I don't...
Frame rate's great, isn't it, too? Variable frame rate. Nope, not good enough. You have to kill the enemies there. You have to kill enough enemies for the game to be like, alright, we're fine.
Please be enough, please be enough, please be enough. Oh, thank God. Alright, let me see this shooting level. Part complete. I guess I'll try the shoot 'em up level, too. Entering the brain, Dr. Ronan has successfully fixed the damage caused by Jake's smoking. Now he must fight Jake's addiction to cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
Remove the nicotine addiction. Can I get this? Can I get this treatment?
I didn't know nicotine addiction was like a physical thing within the brain that you could like excise.
Hey, that's why he's the experimental surgeon. I think I've played so many bad, like, scaling shooter type games that I kind of get what the perspective they're attempting to do here is. Doesn't make it any good. Doesn't make me any good at it, but that's a lot of whatever those are coming at us. Because we're not going to finish either of the other two games tonight, because we're giving our time to this. Yeah. But we will at least play a little bit of each. And hopefully we can finish this before the hour's up. Oh my god, I'm on 1 life and 1 health. Fuck. I'm cheating.
I feel like pizza right now for some reason.
But with 1 circular slice missing from it.
Yeah. There you go. That's all, folks. That's what it looks like.
This is what nicotine addiction looks like. For medical reference. Can you read whatever this highlighted comment is?
Sure, it says, attention all bad game Hall of Famers. Jake's in great danger. He needs your help to wipe out all the blood clots in the heart. To do this, he needs a gold vape and a couple of chug jugs. To help him, all he needs is your credit card number and 3 funny numbers on the back and the expiration month and date. But you gotta be quick so Jake can secure that bag and achieve the epic surgery royale.
I'm trying to die, by the way, so I have a full 3 lives to do this stage. This thing is very slow to kill. God, there we go.
Jake, how you doing? I guess I'm doing better, but I can't stop thinking about like a tiny dead person. That's all I can think about now for some reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hold on to this weapon as long as I can. Because the projectile one, the one that like... The one that... Oh, this is also projectiles, technically. You know what I mean? The other one, the quote-unquote upgraded like version, fucking sucks.
A singular shot as opposed to a stream. I think there's an upgraded stream as well, but...
There is, but you have to go through all the stages of upgrade first, and it ain't worth it.
Again, I don't know how much of the nicotine addiction you actually have to clear out.
We'll leave just a little bit so that he...
Yeah. Every now and then he'll think like, I could go for one. Well, good news, we've removed your nicotine addiction, but we also scrubbed the part of your brain that knows the vision.
Hope you didn't need
hire
any of
an
those
accountant.
memories from ages 6 to 12, but the brain's a mysterious thing. We're still learning how
mean,
it works.
To be fair, all those memories of 6 to 12 were of smoking.
Yeah. Well, he only started smoking at 15, according to the. Oh, god damn it! I picked up the power up. We're fucked now. It's so.
I think he's a fool's
bad.
errand to try and clean up his nicotine addiction.
You're right. No, he did the time. It's time for him to fucking. He did the crime. It's time to do the time. Is what I'm trying to say.
Listen, you cured him of, like, the buildup in his lungs and his heart and all that stuff.
Yeah, the rest has to come from him, if you ask me.
Yeah, you could find therapy or something, all right, dude?
He was a tobacco executive, too, if I recall correctly, or like a salesman or something. So, how many kids did he get addicted to smoking who don't have the benefit of a fucking Rex Ronan to go into their brains and do experimental surgery on them? I'm doing just a little bit, just in case.
The fact that this is experimental surgery means that they're hoping to replicate results in the future. Like this is the future of surgery. Like, get a tiny guy with a gun to go in.
Yeah, what's the scale on this? How do you scale this up for a population? Is my doctor gonna have to learn? Is my like fucking lame-footed 80-year-old doctor supposed to like learn the shrinking technology? Learn how to to help me out with my addiction?
Get his pilot's license for the inside of your like veins.
Jordan Game said this is how Neuralink got started.
K4 Boom says this would definitely be used for assassinations instead. It's already being used for assassinations. That's what these robots are. They're here to kill him. Him being the guy, the body,
Jake,
but I guess
yeah.
also Rex. Yeah.
All right, dead end there. These levels are so unclear. It turns out when you're doing something as abstract as human biology, you can't just make like a simple, straightforward level out of it. Save for the teeth, I guess.
I mean, they could have made the brain level shaped like a brain, right?
Theoretically. But this is more scientifically accurate, clearly. God. Please tell me we're close to the end of this. How deep does the human brain go?
Let's assume that Rex is not changing size at various points through his journey, and just think about the fact that his brain must be like
the size of his mouth. A nicotine high can help you do better in sports.
No, far, far larger than his mouth.
False! We finally had a false one in the last level, and it hurt to pick it up.
Oh, we had a false one in the other level, too. I pointed it out.
I must have not been paying attention. I apologize. But this game is it's hurting my brain. This is an accurate representation of the inside of my brain right now. And all these flashing parts are just like panic responses. Just being subjected to this fucking game. Someone workshop that. Someone workshop that for doctors, so that if you have any doctors in chat, workshop that so it's a funny joke, as is your job.
Yeah, joke doctors, script doctors, etc.
I think I'm gonna run out of time. Run out of time. That's fine. You can't hold down and jump to like go through like the floor as you could in like in functional video games.
Like, it wants you to go to the left.
Whatever that is looks fucked up. As long as we're running out of time, I might as well. And we have 4 lives now, so...
I think just go down. Or not.
Look at this, though. These ones look different. These ones look unique. I bet these ones are like...
No, it arrow points you down. You're really not supposed to be doing any of this.
The game took us down anyway.
You do not have time to play this game in such a way that you would think, oh, I need to clean everything. Like, no, you just need to go.
It's gonna suck for this dude who's not gonna be able to get over his nicotine addiction. He's gonna wind right back up in Rex Ronan's experimental surgery chair when he starts smoking again, despite the enormous cost of this procedure. Fuck this. Like, the temptation is just there to play it like a real video game, right? And then I gotta remember, like, nah.
Like, the only...
42's comments.
It's not easy to quit.
I know, I accidentally walked into it.
And now that's a mine that if you ever have to go that way again, you will lose a life from it or get hurt.
I also can't fucking see. Oh, thank God, the radar finally came back into play.
Sai says the other doctors have to explain to Rex's wife why his corpse is so tiny.
He died in the pursuit of science to save a tobacco executive's life.
They have a funeral for him, like, with a tiny matchbox, and they're like, we could have just gotten, like, a larger casket, something more respectful, like, in memoriam. We don't have to do, like, the gimmick thing. And they're like, no, you wouldn't have wanted it this way.
No, the technology, it cost so much money. He was in debt to the tune of millions of dollars.
No, it was in his will. He said it would look cute.
He died as he lived. Tiny. Yeah, just jump through all that shit.
Yeah. I don't even know if you're on the right path anymore, if you could have, like, gone back to a different part of the level.
Oh, we probably did. Honestly, we probably did. But I'm just gonna keep scrolling and hoping and praying that... God, the screen not catching up at all is...
Mm-hmm. At least with, you know, Captain Novolin, you pretty much stayed in the correct part of the screen.
At least the sprites are smaller in this game than they were in Captain Nova. Yeah, this is absolutely the way we came, isn't it? And all these... Wait, no, all these power-ups, though. We didn't leave this many behind. They must be prepping for, like, a boss fight or something. That's what I think is about to happen here.
Well, keep going forward. There's not that much forward left, so...
Eliminate the final nicotine addiction. Alright. I gotta get the power-up from down there. And hope that it's a powerful one.
Alright. Oh, it is expanding, though, so you're gonna have to clear out the whole thing so it doesn't keep building up like that.
I'm getting virtual lab flashbacks looking at this. Shouts to Megami. They keep tossing these enemies at us. This sucks. I can't kill these things quick enough.
It's a losing battle. And you don't have, like, the spray thing, so...
Yeah, I don't have a good weapon for this, so...
Is there a button to change what gun you have? Like, select or something?
No. I think the way to do this is to just... I don't know the way to do this, never mind. Fuck me. Okay, let's take care of this bottom one first, right? That seems like a sound strategy. And if I die, hopefully they give me the powered down weapon. And then maybe I can make some fucking progress here. Oh, it only powers it down a certain amount. Fuck. This is heinous.
Yeah, good luck hitting that.
How do you kick?
The Y button. Found it.
How am I supposed to fucking hit this? Maybe if they kill me again, I'll get an even more powered down weapon. That'll... It's trying to do some auto-homing shit when I'm...
Yeah. Okay, you got that.
This is just the addiction. We don't need to do this. Just let us out of here.
Like,
let this dude, like, fucking figure this shit out on his own.
If you're gonna afford this surgery, he could afford, like, behavioral therapy and a pack of, like, nicotine patches.
Get me up and out of here. No, it's still powered up. This is... This is the last boss. We're at the end.
is.
Hold on.
What are you looking for? You looking for like turn to the back of your Nintendo Power, looking for Rex Ronan cheats?
Maybe there's just like a give me the most powerful gun. Rex Ronan, experimental surgeon.
I will straight up and down defend Captain Novolin. I have no defense for this game.
Infinite energy. Great.
Well,
But you still take damage, so it's fucking useless. And it also is not giving us infinite health because we're still losing health.
Oh, you have infinite time, I guess.
Let me.
Yeah, like I can't even say this game does its job in terms of getting its message across like Novolin does. Because you don't have time
I have to just
to absorb any of the information. Like, the only information you get is between levels where it's just like, hey, like, smoking is bad for your body, and like, that's it. Like, you get a little bit of like, oh, there's tar buildup here, or there's blood clots or something like that. But any of the educational stuff, like the trivia of the smart bombs, assuming that you leave that on, like, you don't have time to absorb that information. Because you're getting fired at all times, or you walk onto the screen and you're about to, you accidentally.
Oh, we're so fucking close! Oh, I hate this game! Come. Okay. I have like half a second before they start spawning more of these fucking things in. I have to... Come on. Come on! Pixel by pixel. Slowly but surely. This is like a nightmare. And I hope I wake up soon.
That's what an addiction to smoking's like.
I'm gonna smoke a fucking pack after this.
Don't.
Hacky as it is, this is... Sharky.
Yeah, rewind, I guess.
Let's see what the other cheat, the alternate is. Maybe this is. Okay, here we go. I still have to destroy these things so I can actually...
Give yourself, 1 second before they spawn in again.
And I forgot that this thing also attacks you. Come on! Oh, thank God.
You still have to defeat the enemies, though.
Brain complete. This ending better be fucking worth it.
This ending better be it right here. This better be the only thing. Nope.
Terribly terrified says lobotomy complete. Harold, Dr. Ronan perfects microsurgery technique. Advance takes world by storm. Jake, Mr. Blackburn lives. Jake quits smoking and tells world what tobacco products have done to him. Publishes tell-all book called Burnout. Blackburn Tobacco Corp fails. Blackburn Corporation declares bankruptcy after Jake Westborough persuades millions to quit. Tobacco firm a thing of the past. Unfortunately, there's still a dozen other ones. Person who wrote the program, Craig Conder. Thanks for nothing, Craig. Person who directed things, don't get cutesy with it. Who decided things.
No, these credits were written by Jake after the brain surgery.
Smart person who approved things. Dr. Bar Taylor. People who drew pictures. I can't tell. You put the fucking sprites in the way! What a horrible credits roll. Game over. Fuck you. Anyway, play our screen. We both earned this. Hey, Charky, is that one of the 10 worst games we played on this fucking channel?
I don't know. I don't know. It was a really bad one. I don't know if it makes the top 10.
Well, it's on the Super Nintendo, so it definitely counts for something. There's definitely some points against it, for sure. Maybe one of the worst Super Nintendo games, for sure. Dire stuff. We're not even going to belabor the point here. I think we covered all the ground during the playthrough, so let's close out of this game and try to put it out of our memories forever and move on to the next one. Packy and Marlon. This one was not developed by Sculptured Software. This was developed by WaveQuest, published by Raya Systems on June 1st, 1995. This is a game about two cool elephants. Learn about diabetes with two wacky pals, which is also the original premise of our show, was the original pitch for Bad Game Hall of Fame with Cass and Sharky. But we pivoted. We went a little different way. Let's get it launched. Not much else to it but to do it. Boehringer Mannheim Diagnostics presents
WaveQuest.
What's this song remind me of? Packy Marlon is a game that teaches you about diabetes. No. But keep in mind, this game does not tell you how to manage your body. The Peanuts theme. Always check with your doctor about your individual care. A dietitian can help you with your diet plan. Sci42 said Linus and Lucy, so yeah, there you go. Let's check out those options, why don't we? With any luck, this is a co-op game. We can both suffer. Player 1, Player 2, Marlon.
I have a feeling this is turn-based.
And you have the same 3 settings as in Captain Novolin.
Yeah.
I'll be Player 2, and I'll be on the severe end of it. You be Packy. There's also sound, effects, and music. It's like a fucking Amiga game. Do you want sound? Do you want music? Or do you want to try both? We don't know if we can do both necessarily, but, you're welcome to try. 2, 1... Okay.
Okay. Now...
Do you have control over this menu too, by the way?
Yes. Now, which one of these two is eating healthy?
Well, one of them's eating a basketball, so...
That's right.
Rodents
have raided camp.
You go.
Let them. Food and diabetes supplies are scattered everywhere.
And if the rats got into them, you can't consume them anymore. Oh my god, look at those rats.
It's up to Packy and Marlon to gather diabetes supplies and fend off the pesky rodents. Why are we demonizing rats? Such. And eat the right foods. Eat the right foods. Good luck, Packy.
Yeah, I think you may have skipped over something there, but that's alright.
I don't think I did. It was like, get the stuff back, Why
are there so many haunted houses here?
Oh, this is a Mario. So it is take turns.
Oh my god, is it going to be alternating?
Yeah.
Well, pick a stage, I guess. Pick one of these haunted houses to exercise.
Yeah. For breakfast, press A to check blood glucose, Packy. Alright. Okay, I pressed A. I know what Nintendo A is. I pressed A.
Oh, I think this is me. I think I'm player 1 in this case. Press A for usual dose.
I guess you are. Alright, now Marlon. Press A. Alright. I'm okay. Take the usual. Apple, cereal, eggs, and toast.
See, they've added eggs to the repertoire now to the menu.
Find your medical ID. Okay.
Oh, it is!
It is simultaneous. Okay. Buttons.
Projectile and jump. I'm green, Sharky's red.
Yes. Okay.
What characters does it correspond to? Who gives a fuck?
No, I'm Marlon. You're Packy.
We can't aim down. We can't aim in any direction we want, like Rex Ronan could. So it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back in terms of the controls. It has more attacks than Captain Novolin had, but it nerfs the attack that they innovated in Rex Ronan. So
Now remember, an important part of managing your insulin is to collect the gems.
what was that? A balloon?
I think it's a power up to your shots. Yeah. I think you should see a doctor about that.
Can I knock this lamp out? You know, let that rat lie.
Well,
we don't gotta.
Yeah.
It's great that when I go off screen, it's just like, fuck you, second player. Oh wait, we can glide.
Yeah.
With our big ass ears. There's the item we need. Uh-oh.
Yeah. I'll go get it. Don't worry. I can see it on my screen.
I can't get up out of this. I can't jump. It eventually just gave up and...
Alright, let's see. We can have... Wait.
Usually
I
take
need
that
the
toast.
toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go this way. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Here
there
we
we
go.
go.
Oh. What happens when you don't have enough
happens?
insulin? Oh, you have an owl voice, please.
Oh, what happens when you don't have enough insulin?
Select answer 1, 2, 3.
What happens if you don't have enough insulin?
I don't remember. I don't remember this.
If you have two... No, I was going to try and guide you through it.
Well, you took too long.
I was about to literally say the thing, and then you were like, By the way, it's not down here. It's up there. It's down here.
Oh, right. Okay, we gotta jump over that. You see that thing there? Yeah.
Now, don't jump up there.
Or you'll impale your head. You grab that health. You need more
You
than I
need
do.
more
Oh.
now.
Oh, we need to
Okay.
keep climbing up the ladder.
Question. Oh, all right.
Alright, now let's figure out how to end this level. Which is hopefully to stage right over here.
I mean, we definitely have not had enough to eat today.
I don't give a fuck. These elephants can starve. Grab that
It's gonna
banana.
fuck up their blood sugar.
Maybe they
Although I
should
don't
have
think
thought of that
banana
before they went to
was-
camp.
Banana was not on the menu, by the way.
Yeah, but it's not bad for you necessarily. You just gotta...
It wasn't
Slime
recommended
Generator
to
in
me.
chat says, Cass once again outsmarted by a video game for 7-year-olds. It's true.
Wait, I picked up the egg and it filled out the turkey leg icon. All right, but let me. Here's Chris. Why should you rotate injection sites?
To add some variety.
Actually, I don't know the answer. I don't know if it's fat or protein.
Just take a
I would
guess.
imagine. I would imagine it's.
I would
I want to say
imagine it's protein.
fat. You have control. I can't answer any questions.
It is start to select the answer.
Oh. Yeah, I was right. It was fat.
Alright, very good. Oh, I see. Gives all about its fucking hidden walls.
Neither of us need an apple. I guess I needed a peanut, though. Oh, I spit peanuts now.
Where is the exit? And how did you make it back up on that platform?
That's that?
This one here?
Yeah. Here.
Ugh. Yeah, good fucking luck.
Right.
There you go.
There.
I think we gotta go up and over. Huh?
Food. Celery. I just wanted to see. Okay, so their categories, like food falls in different categories. So like fruits, breads, milks, meats, veggies, and fats. So the egg that we picked up is
a meat, is a protein. A
I
cheese
feel
witch. A peanut butter.
I feel like egg is meat is not a correct sentence. We're gonna go up?
I don't think we can from here.
Alright.
Oh, on top of the clock. And then we gotta somehow... Ugh.
I don't even know. Okay, you have 2 breads now. Which is good, I guess. You have too much fat. You ate too much fat today.
That's me every day.
I need more bread and I need a milk.
Let's go left. Up and over.
Anything over here? Nope.
If this first level is already this fucking labyrinthian, then I just despise this game and all of its...
Whoopsies.
I think we're backtracking at this point.
We are, but I'm trying to figure out what anything could be. Can we even get over there? I don't think we can.
Then where the fuck is there left to...
Oh, I got confused with who was who for a second.
Oh, you don't say. Oh,
We
well.
are explored up here, so.
Oh!
Ah.
A ghost. You know, all those diabetic people have to deal with hauntings. Oh, okay.
Yep.
Congratulations. Packy's blood glucose is in the safe zone. Terrific. Marlon's blood glucose is in the safe zone.
Alright.
Guess we did fine.
Go surreal! Hooray!
Cool! See something nice? Cool screen there. That's one level of... God, however many. Let's see what this one is. It's in the water.
Heck, check your blood glucose.
Check yours. It's all good. Bananas,
Bananas,
crackers.
We need to find the glucagon so we can shoot the gluco bullets.
Oh,
no.
no!
Oh, you have to tap to swim too.
No!
Or else you just sink like a rock. Still shoot water underwater though. I feel like us constantly like shooting out liquids from our bodies is doing something to our blood sugar level. Like surely.
How does insulin lower your blood sugar level? Change
this
sugar
is-
into protein?
No, wait. See if you can remember from earlier in the night because we know the answer to this question.
I think it changes sugar into protein.
That's not correct.
It does not lower the blood sugar level.
That's not correct.
It lets blood sugar go into the cells of the body.
Yes. There you go.
Is this the episode where people finally realize that I'm fucking stupid? Is this the one where people finally realize I'm a moron? Where I have no short-term or long-term memory for that matter. It was a good run, having people think I was smart in any capacity, but...
We're playing these games to help you understand the importance of, like, you know, managing diabetes.
It's
You
the
don't have
miseducation of
diabetes, but
Cassidy.
you need to understand. Also, don't go get that. You have so much stuff in your body right now. I need that.
Did you get it? Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. I just need one more fruit. You ate way too many fruits underwater.
Video Game King says, consider yourselves lucky you're not playing through this to the end. You would have hated the ending. And they link to the VG Museum, which has its has the endings of many a video game. Yeah, if you want to see that, folks, look at it on your own time.
Oh, nope. All right. I
Yeah,
just
we're
need to find one fruit.
I wouldn't trust an apple that's been just sitting in the ocean.
What about all of these muffins?
Oh, those are fine, yeah. You know what,
There
fuck
are
it.
a lot of muffins.
Death Wish.
Okay, let me get that. There we go. Finally. Okay. I've eaten all the food I need.
I need this health, I believe. Backlash Jack says, do not put this on the Patreon Saints poll. Don't worry, I wasn't thinking about it. Oh, you can attack the whale, even though he's our friend. How does insulin affect your blood sugar level? Blood sugar fluctuates widely. Blood sugar goes down. Blood sugar goes up. Goes down. Right?
Go for it. Go for it. There you are.
Oh, do you want to get that health? It's all
Sure.
you.
The elephant camouflages in its natural environment. But yes, you go ahead, and I'll pick.
And
catch
it'll
up.
just eventually spawn you behind me, right? Yeah. You want some crackers?
Is that what that is?
I think.
I don't need any more food.
I'll eat them.
Yeah.
Give me that banana, too. You know, kids' natural inclination is going to be to collect every single item that you can pick up, right?
It's like, are we gonna have like the next scene with the fireworks going over the hospital?
Not cool.
Okay, so we need to find the glucon, gluclazon.
We need to find the
I forgot what it's called.
syringe.
Yeah,
What happens if you shoot
which
this
is
guy?
not here.
Your friend offers you a candy bar, you eat it, and your blood glucose reading is high. What should you put in your logbook? Write down the
Whoops.
actual BG reading. Write down a different BG reading than what my meter tells me. Write down nothing at all. Keep eating those graham crackers, though.
Okay, so syringe. I forgot what the thing's called. The thing that you tried to give the mayor and it was like no.
I'm loving these muffins, these underwater muffins. Peanut, don't mind if I do. The peanut doesn't factor into the
No,
diet plan at all.
the peanut factors into your weapon capabilities.
Very
Alright, we found the
confusing.
thing. Now we just need to find the exit.
So what they're basically saying is just eat as many peanuts as you want. You heard that? Diabetics just go fucking ham on peanuts. Packy and Marlon said so.
I mean, peanuts aren't food, so.
If we have to backtrack through the entire fucking level...
I wonder if it's close to where that dolphin was. Wait,
Up.
how? Okay.
This is
Yeah,
heinous.
you go ahead.
This
All
isn't
right.
Rex Ronan bad, but this is making these levels all fucking labyrinths. Is like an immediate, like... I mean, I can't give it any sort of credit. I can't give it any sort of...
This is more playable than Rex Ronan.
Yes.
You also
Ultimately.
go way faster than me. Huh.
It's because I'm amped up on sugar, because I've eaten so many goddamn food items.
I will say that this is at least better at getting its message across than Rex Ronan was.
How does it stack up against Captain Novolin?
Oh
Oh my god, I exploded.
Not as good. I think like Captain Novolin at least like gave you the answers and then like quizzed you on it a little later, so you could be presented with this is the correct thing that you should know. By the way, first
They don't let me respawn.
No,
I ate
it's
too
up
much
to me
food and
now.
they're just like, well, fuck you.
I think you ran to a fish that took off your life.
No, I collected
What
the
really?
10th grain item, and that's what did it.
Oink. Okay. Let's see if I can find the exit. Anyway, no, I don't think this is like as bad as Rex Ronan was at presenting the information, but I think Captain Nolan did it a little better. Just like having like the spoke screen saying like, "Hey, you should know this." By the way,
Should
like
probably
stopping the game to be like, "Hey, this is the information we want you to learn." And then sometimes, like they would do the quiz. It would pop up just to say, "Hey, do you remember? If your vision gets blurry, what it means? You've watched too much TV." I mean, give me the softball one here. What if you also have to like answer the questions to get the exit open?
I don't think so. I think those are purely optional. Dead end. I think it's also where you started the level, but
All right,
yeah,
let's
just
figure this
heinous
out.
level design. Fucking absolutely.
Yeah,
heinous.
I will not.
level design.
I won't defend the level design because it's
Go the
just
orange
bad.
way. Go the way with the oranges. Even if you don't collect the oranges.
I think came from this way.
I don't think you did you?
Yeah, I remember this. There was that down there, and then there was the 2 oranges, and then I just kept going left. Or if we just go down.
Treasure. And
But
it's
that
just
was all
scenery.
worth it.
It's just a prop. It's
Okay.
just...
All right.
Is there maybe like a boss or that we're just not like acknowledging as a boss enemy because like I don't know.
You know what? Might as well. Like that. Why not? It's something.
I feel like we're obligate to beat this level and then be done with this.
At this point, yeah.
We've committed so much time to this. I want to see the fireworks show again. Also, these elephants have a lot of lung capacity. They are not smokers, so
No.
their lungs are unaffected. But
I
I
mean,
am
they should
hearing
have
that
had-
like grunting sound. Are you hearing the grunting sound every few seconds?
No, I don't. But I have my.
It happens even when you're not taking damage from enemies, even when you're not being hit. It will just
I was saying
randomly play the ugh.
Also, I don't hear it because I have my volume down pretty low, so I can't hear much. What does glucon do? That's a good question.
If they didn't tell us.
I think it causes my body make glucose fast. Yeah. I had to assume because that was one of the options for the mayor, like if he was unconscious, that he took it.
I think we've collected that health like a dozen times.
There's the exit. Thing is, we've seen that.
I think we just gotta pull the plug on this at a certain point.
I think getting the glucon opened up the exit, and we just don't know where it is.
Yeah, because of the fucking heinous level design in this.
I also really have to like use the restroom, but I'm like, where's the fucking exit of this level?
Is it right from here? Or have we gone this way before?
Oh, it's a trivia question. If you actually ate too much regular insulin at breakfast, what should you do? Take the special insulin.
Probably the third one. That's because it's always usually the longest answer.
Yeah, that was a good guess. Long answer.
What are you supposed to fucking do here? How many circles, how many laps have we made around this fucking map?
Can you believe we started with the best game?
Well, there's one
I mean,
more
there's one
game
more.
left. Who's to say? That's not a.
Here's that peanut
fucking
you got.
winner.
If this is a dead end,
It's
if there's no wait, there's the glucon again. We collected this. Did we go back in time?
Sharky.
Did you eat so much sugar that we like went backwards?
Who'd have thunk that sugar was a time traveling device this whole time?
Okay. Forward here, exit. That's sign to exit. Boss.
This rat octopus hybrid.
Yeah. What have science done?
Well, nothing a few peanuts can't solve. Oh, I just get it. That's why they riffed on the Peanuts theme, because you're shooting peanuts.
Oh yeah.
They
yeah.
putting the pieces together.
There we go. And
Watch
it.
Marlon's blood glucose is low. Try to get it in the safe zone. Oh my god,
cool?
they're not gonna say cool because I fucked up. Because I sandbagged ya. Holy hell. That was Packy
2
and
more
Marlon.
levels. Okay, yeah, that's.
You
I have to.
Yeah, you go
I
to
have
the bathroom.
Take care of my stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the next
Introduce
game,
the last game.
loaded up. I will introduce the next game. But that was Packy and Marlon, and boy howdy, that's a master class how labyrinthian level design can absolutely prevent like people from taking away anything from your game, whether it be entertainment or education in this case. So again, Raya Systems was not firing on all cylinders by this point. Running out of steam, possibly, but there's one more game left to impress us with. I believe this is the asthma one, and this is Bronkie, the Bronchiasaurus. Clear the air about asthma care. A little rhymey, I like that. This one was released. This was also developed by WaveQuest, same developers as Packy and Marlon. Published September 1st, 1995. This is obviously going to be dinosaur themed and inhaler themed. So we'll see what corporate sponsor they lined up for this one as we hop into our last game for the night. Hop and a skip. Raya Systems presents. We'll give this one about like 20 to 25 minutes. I wonder what WaveQuest got up to before and after this. Bronkie and Trachey's adventures can help you learn important things about asthma. Don't tell me this is 2 players too, but please remember, this game does not tell you how you should take care of your own asthma. Your doctor can give you an asthma plan that's best for you. Because they decided to make every letter uppercase in this, they can't emphasize words here. They can't emphasize specific words like you, like they did in the earlier games. Okay, so we've had 3 different titles for this game so far. It's Bronkie the Bronchiasaurus, Bronkie and Trachey, and now just Bronkie. This is the same game. This is gonna be the same fucking game.
Great.
Wait, these dinosaurs... Okay, blue and red, green and blue.
Maybe we have to go save Bronkie.
Team
Team
Bronchies or
Bronchies.
Tracheys. We have to make our decision now. Are we Bronchies or are we Tracheys?
Let's be the Bronchies.
All right, language, sound, all effects, music. Or just mute it completely. Can we do more than 1 player? Or can we do more than 2? All right.
So Bronkie and Trachey can't work together.
Years ago, meteors struck Sansorian. Explosions filled the air with thick and filthy dust.
And the dinosaurs died. The end.
So the mighty wind machine was made to clear the air so everyone could breathe. Crafty dinosaurs. Sick metal guitar.
Does it progress on its own, or is one
It
of us
progresses on
press
its
a button?
own. It's just giving us time to appreciate this, I think. Can I advance it manually? Okay. Then Mr. Rexo stole the machine, hid its pieces all over Sansorian, and forced other dinosaurs to protect the pieces.
Why?
Kill them all!
That kills you too, dude.
Now the dust is coming back. Help Bronkie and Trachey find the lost machine pieces, but don't forget to manage their asthma along the way. Thank God back in dinosaur times they had access to all this incredible technology. Daily meds. Shake. Breathe in. Breathe out. Put spacer in mouth. Press down. Oh my God, look at him. He's getting high off of it.
Yeah.
Bronchial tubes carry air to the lungs. Their walls will swell and tighten when your asthma gets worse. Is it going to be the same world map too? This another Super Mario World map? No, okay, no. Linear level progression. Oh!
Flintstones. Meet the Flintstones. Which one am I? I'm purple.
And I'm green.
What am I hitting with?
I just ate a pair of human lungs.
Careful. It's dusty.
Can't go that way. Okay, we can climb. Great foreground elements here. I love it.
4th generation gaming. Ugh.
Rexo's Cafe. Can we go down the pipe? No. How much health do we have?
Oh, I've run out of breathe power. It's a
Oh, I didn't
limited
even realize that
resource.
was a second attack.
Oh,
Cool.
Okay, well,
Is that the Raya Systems logo right there? This is better than Packy and Marlon for the fact
yes.
that it's more straightforward.
Oh,
Oh,
it got darker.
day-night cycle. Oh, Bronchial tubes are small air sacs in the lungs, large muscles in the brain, passageways that carry air. Passageways. That's right. Oh!
Yeah, that's right. Now get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here!
All right, so stop hitting the things covered in dust.
It's hard not to when I'm trying to attack things that are adjacent. You can grab that lung thing if you want. Look at this dweeb. What happens when your asthma gets worse? I may have more mucus in my lungs and my bronchial tubes begin to swell. Muscle bands tightened around my bronchial tubes. Always all of these. If you see all of these, there's always all of these. That's right. You think we'll just end the level? Oh, goddamn, we need to jump over that.
Oh, the screen's getting darker because you keep hitting the things with the dust and, like, kicking it up in the air. Yeah, give me 5.
Here we go. Strategy seems to be to stay up high. Nope, never mind. Awesome they have that giant fucking wall there. Oh, god damn it. I was trying to go onto the platform to the right there.
Are we using, like, dusters? Is that our attack? What is this?
Good
Cat's
question.
tail?
Huh?
That's the exit. Or something. Well, that went on not long. Okay.
Oh, look, they have the levels in the bottom of the screen there. I think there's like 6 or 5 or 6 of them. I didn't get to count, but
I think when you press a button, it just skips it.
peak
Peak flow
You go.
is the strongest breath you can blow into a peak flow meter. If your peak flow goes into the red zone or below half of your usual best, start your emergency plan.
Trying to go for the high score on my peak meter. Avoid these asthma triggers. Cig smoke and just regular smoke. It's still dark. It's always darkest before the dawn. I wonder if you can blow stuff out using... Huh?
Can't do it in air.
I can't do it on the ground either, for that matter.
We need to run out.
I have 7
Your
according to the
asthma's too
thing.
bad. You have 7 lungs in your body. That's pause. Oh, let's test our peak flow.
Check this shit out. Okay, test your peak flow.
All right. Trying it.
Press start.
Huh?
Okay. Let me try. Maybe you're because you're keeping your character healthy, and I've been inhaling all the smoke.
Exit then, I guess.
Yeah. And then let me try. Was
Yeah,
it start?
I think I hit select.
All right. Test peak flow. Reset the timer. Breathe in.
And then yours is in the yellow.
Can't quite use the inhaler. I can't sick day plan or call for help.
All right. Next idea. You go and just fuck up.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I knew the screen was getting dark because you were fucking up constantly. All right.
I like how it
Go test-
penalizes you just as equally. Yeah. All right. Testing peak flow. Call for help. Good choice. Your peak flow is too low. Don't tell me it restarts the level.
Yeah, it restarts the level.
Oh my god. At least I can blow again. Whatever that's worth. It sucks. It blows.
Please. Okay. You go ahead. Bye.
Dodge that smoke. Going up. This game really does encourage reckless behavior, like jumping off of roofs and stuff. Oh! We can collect these inhalers.
There we go.
And maybe now, let me try.
I think if you were not... I don't think you
Use
need to use
inhaler.
the inhaler. Alright.
There we go. I just completely wasted it. This guy's like Droopy the dog if he was a dinosaur.
If your peak
flow. You can do it better, probably.
I can't do a droopy, but I can do this. If your peak flow goes below half your usual best, you should continue regular activities.
It's
Wait
good enough.
2 hours before I do anything about it. Tell an adult right away and
Yeah, I
start the
wonder.
level over. Yeah. What do you...
He dropped
Did he
something
give us
purple.
something?
Now, how many levels will those be until we get a water level in this one?
Trust we haven't been there already.
All these levels feel like they're underwater. I can say that much for it.
Oh.
A peak flow meter measures my strongest breath, my highest blood pressure, or the speed of my inhaler. Strongest breath. Oh, god damn it. Take 2. I think we need to jump on him and use him as a platform.
That's what I was doing, and you just jumped off of him.
At least this is definitely less egregious than Packy and Marlon.
Right.
It's certainly
Although
less egregious than Rex Ronan. I'd venture to say
visual
this is probably
design-
more functional than Captain Novolin as well.
The visual design of the levels is bad, though. The
Yeah.
aggressive use of foreground elements.
And it's also just very gray, stone gray.
Mhm.
And the sprites are a little too small this time around, I think. They could just never strike that happy balance, that happy medium between the two.
This is also just not made for 2 players.
No, I don't think any of these games with the 2-player in them are, but... I mean, like, in the same way that Sonic the Hedgehog 2 isn't made for 2 players, right? But, you know, Tails gets the benefit of just respawning whenever, just you get too far ahead. They just make you straight up invincible past a certain point, honestly. End of level? Okay, don't touch anything, but look at this. We're 2/3 of the way through the first level. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3, 18 levels in this game. So I think this is more substantive than a Captain Novolin as well.
Let's make sure the next level is the city.
I bet
And it's
you
not
it
like
is.
weird. You could easily be right.
You gotta press start, by the way, or press anything. Yep. And no fireworks show, so that is a step down from Packy and Marlon.
Help control your
I don't
asthma.
give a fuck.
Go see a doctor, kids.
Sorry,
All right.
folks. Sorry if you're looking for asthma education. This ain't the stream for you. Oh, remix of the song. A little more upbeat this time around. I'm just gonna speed through it, put my platforming prowess to good work. What good is the health if it doesn't clear up our lungs at all? Also, what is that?
Might be for something else.
How do we get that?
No idea. Maybe you gotta come down from underneath somehow. No. Alright, I don't know.
I just don't get it. I can breathe again.
If I just fill myself up with lungs, eventually, like, I'll overcome my asthma.
Sorry, but I think there's a way to collect this one at least. I have to wait for it to go all the way back to the right, but okay. Fuck! God damn it. Oh, this is wretched.
Bye.
Because your head just immediately hits the ceiling there.
Yeah, I don't think you can get that.
I think these items are just impossible to pick up. I think they're there to taunt children. Or unfortunate asthma-ridden children. Oh. I was hoping that touching that dinosaur would make us interact with them, but no such luck. Take 2. Is it a good idea to watch for asthma early warning signs? No, because I want to be surprised when my asthma gets worse. Yes, because then I can do something about it early. No, because there is nothing I can do if I have early warning signs. Ay, 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 this is the most depressing dinosaur here. We talked to Droopy, the dinosaur, earlier.
Oh, goodbye.
Can I transfer? Yeah.
It's a chemical drop. Oh, I lost my inhaler between levels. I don't get to keep it. Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, ooh, ooh.
Conundrum here. Alright, so that's a dead end, so it can't be this. Oh, talk to Droopy for me. What is true about asthma? People who have asthma should not exercise or play sports. I can help control asthma if I take my medicine as directed. Other people can catch asthma from me. Ay, ay, ay. That's right. Doesn't help us at all with progressing through the level, but, you know.
Give me 5. No. Yeah.
What if it's up and to the left, or...
Go down the pipe like Mario.
If we go indoors, or... No? I think this game for 7-year-olds is about to stump us again.
I have so little agency that it probably hurts more than helps me to move.
Oh wait, how did we miss this earlier? This whole section over here. The Roadrunner got me. I'm just trying to get to the end. I want to see if there's boss fights in this game.
Oh, we did get to the end.
Alright, press the button. I think not. I think we're just gonna go directly into the next tile.
Let's see what it looks
here.
like.
Oh, wait! Height, 5 large meteors.
Wait, did you
4...
rewind?
Yeah. I feel like we missed some details there. Wait, 4 army tanks. Hobbies, spinning and science projects. Interesting.
He's got a 1-frame crouch attack.
I don't know if we're doing any damage to him. Get him from both sides. Tell me that was it. Tell me that was the whole fight. Alright, we're assembling that machine or whatever.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
What if it turns out like the machine was actually a device that was going to summon more meteors, and like that other guy was just assembling it to try and save us all, and we don't realize until the very end?
What a twist! The lake. Let's see if it's underwater or not.
Avoid this guy. He has a cold.
Fuck him. Oh, well.
hey, you know what? I'm feeling better for some reason. Everything seems to have cleared up.
So instant death on the water. It gives you the option to just play this solo.
Am I on a very large dinosaur? Yes.
Yep. His head's too tiny for his goddamn torso. Oh.
What?
I think that'll do it. For which one is this? Bronkie the Bronchiasaurus?
Yeah.
I
was hoping he was going to ask me trivia questions about asthma while I stood on his head.
Well, you'd have to answer from underwater, and you'd have to be like... something to that effect. That was Bronkie the Bronchiasaurus, and I guess that was the second best or best game of the night?
Yeah, I guess second best.
At least Captain Novolin didn't overstay its fucking welcome like I imagine this game does. But we'll share more of our thoughts on the final screen of the night, because folks, that does it for the show. That does it. That is all 4 games published by Raya Systems between the years 1992 and 1995. After this, we went in the history section, but they went on to get out of the game software publishing and just focused on, smart devices, digital health devices, which was ultimately, I think, a more useful application of their tech and their patents and their brain trust. Finish the show.
What happened?
Just finish.
Okay. Well, I think ultimately Captain Novolin was probably the best one that we did tonight. I think from an edutainment point of view. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
All right. I think from an edutainment point of view, like Captain Novolin might have been the best one. It seemed to know how to pace itself. It seemed to know how to not overstay its welcome. I think that was an important one. Past that, Bronkie was not fun and not good and really not made. Neither of those multiplayer ones were very well made to be a multiplayer game. But at least Bronkie did kind of slow it down a little bit and wasn't so egregious with the labyrinthian stuff as... Oh god, what was that other one called? The Packy
and
Marlon, right? The one that we thought was going to be a smoky one originally?
Yeah.
That one was just too labyrinthian, didn't address the information the same way that Novolin did, which I think was pretty clear. And all of this to get around to the fact that Rex Ronan fucking sucked. Yeah. That was horrible. That was horrible as a edutainment thing in terms of education, because you didn't have time to absorb any of that information, the smart bombs, or try to guess, because you just had to run for it. The controls were fucking terrible. The camera was awful. It was way too hard. I still stand by, I don't think edutainment games should be difficult. I don't think they should be laborious to get through, because the whole goal is you want kids to be educated and then entertained, and not
hence the portmanteau.
Yeah, and not be given a barrier to have either of those two things happen, especially the education part. So yeah, wow, Rex Ronan fucking sucked. But other than that, I think noble goals all around. I can't get too angry at any of them except for Rex Ronan.
Yeah, it's hard to judge these by the same standard you would I almost said a real video game, but a traditional video game. But past a certain point, they were putting these up on shelves. They weren't distributing the latter half of their catalog by means of the slipcase gimmick. At least I couldn't find any evidence of as much. So I think these were just sold on store shelves at your Funko Land or wherever else have you. So I guess, by that measure, if you're paying money for it, if you're buying it off the shelf, then I guess that does entitle you to some degree of well, I'm going to rate this like a video game. I don't know. It's tough. Because you want to applaud them for the noble goals, but just the barriers to entry and the barriers to information and accessibility that are presented here are pretty egregious, especially in the case of Rex Ronan. So, I don't know. You again, it's the same thing I guess we say, with any bad game, right? Where the developers weren't seeking to make a bad game. No one goes out with the intention of making a bad game, save for very few specific cases. But we're still content to condemn those when they make just egregiously bad game design decisions. And the developers, as Sculptured Software, were not spring chickens. They had made games before and would make games afterwards, after Captain Novolin and Rex Ronan. So, if you're contracting to these studios, if you're a company like Raya Systems that isn't in the video game business necessarily, you have to put some amount of trust in these studios to deliver you a product. And I feel like these studios absolutely let them down in that regard. So I think it isn't off the table completely just because someone had a good idea. It's because there's a kernel of a good idea, of a noble idea in there. This can't forgive some of the design decisions that were made that inhibited kids from learning as they could, as they should. The difficulty getting in the way of that stuff, the lack of granularity for difficulty. If they had a sliding scale, if they had an easy, medium, hard, and easy just gave you effectively infinite health and powered up the whole time in Rex Ronan or whatever the case, I think that would alleviate a lot of the issues. Not a lot of level design issues, which became, very evident in Rex Ronan and reached a peak for me in Packy and Marlon. And that's between 2 different studios, too. So even when they moved on from Sculpture Software, WaveQuest still found a way to stick it to them. But yeah, I can't muster up the level of fury I would for a lot of other games we've played on the show. Okay, I'm gonna say it. We don't need reviews of the stream in the immediate aftermath of the stream telling us it's decent, it was alright. We don't need... give us a star rating. Tell us if it was a 3 out of 5, that's great. Maybe just... Why would someone fucking post that? Why would you do that in the immediate aftermath of the show? Ay. Fuck. Raya Systems, folks.
If you thought what you saw tonight was decent, then consider.
Yeah. If you like what you saw here tonight, if you thought it was okay, if you thought it was overall decent, or even better than that, hopefully, consider pledging on Patreon, subscribing on Twitch, or becoming a member on YouTube. Doing so will grant you access to the Patreon Saints channel on our Discord server, which I will link to now, wherein you can vote on polls or make suggestions for upcoming streams. Even if you are not financially supporting us, not able to do so at this time, you can still join that Discord server, still just hang out with us and the like. And also, if you can't financially support us, if you still want a way to support the show, consider sorry, I read chat again. Consider sharing some of the videos with folk. Consider, we have a playlist on YouTube. It's called Suggested Viewing. You can share videos from that list. We think they make for good onboarding to the channel. So feel free to share those with folk in your life. Maybe you know someone affected by diabetes or asthma who is a lifelong smoker. And maybe this video here will help to alleviate them of those predilections, addictions, and conditions. Not necessarily in that order. Otherwise, just tuning into the show, leaving a review helps. Who's streaming right now? Who? Mirror on the wall. Who are the fairest streamers of all? Looks like a few different folk. I'm gonna go with Macaw45, who is playing cool-looking spin-offs of Sega's Outrun. Weird Outrun spin-offs and rip-offs. That's something. I would take an interest in that. And consider tuning in, letting him know that we sent you. They're good folk. And we'll get that raid underway after we close out the show for tonight. I have been Captain Cass, the world's first alcoholic superhero.
Oh, Jesus. I've been... I don't even know. I don't want to make fun of the conditions I have. I've been Sharky. I don't feel like making a joke about my
What's a dinosaur that has a name that begins with the letter C?
Nope, don't got one.
Carnosaur, Sharky the Carnosaur, just like Bronkie the Bronchiasaurus.
Sharky.
There we go. We got there. Oh, fuck. Bye.
Good night, everybody.